Pump on Thursday.
National Dump the Pump Day is a day which encourages people to leave their car at home and give transit a try so they can save at the pump.
Travis Wood with Citizens for Modern Transit in St. Louis says the American Public Transportation Association says a person could save about $13,000 a year by taking public transit. To encourage people to take the bus or the train, Citizens for Modern Transit is giving a free monthly transit pass while supplies last to people registering on their website. The military confirms all 8 people on board the B-52 plane that crashed yesterday at Edwards Air Force Base has been killed. ABC's Trevor Ault is on the scene.
Officials say the B-52 Stratofortress was supporting a test for a radar modernization program. Officials say those on board were a mixed crew of military and civilians supporting the test mission. Boeing confirms 2 of those on board were their employees, adding, quote, "We are in contact with their families and are offering support."
The Dow from Stifel at a 52-week high, up 426 points to 52,097. And if you're on westbound 6440 around Brentwood going south, there is a crash in that area. So the best thing to do would be to avoid Brentwood. Again, in the area of 6440 in the Galleria area, going south of the Promenade as well. 40 and Brentwood South specifically.
Thanks to the southerly flow, we're a little bit warmer today, but certainly not too bad for this time of year. Partly sunny, bit on the windy side, maybe a spot thunderstorm. 83 for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, 63. Wednesday, cool front getting closer and closer, but we're ahead of the front all day. Partly sunny, a windy day. We could see some wind gusts pushing 40 miles per hour on Wednesday. Couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, but I think during the day Wednesday, it's quite limited. 89, so it's kind of warm and humid. Wednesday night, the front presses in. Scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Some could be strong, possibly severe, though I don't think it's widespread. But 70, that's it for the overnight low. Thursday, the winds turn back to the northwest. Partly sunny, 79 for the high on Thursday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We've got clouds right now. It's 75 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Tuesday to everybody. For the few people on the stream, you can see me wearing a collared shirt for the first time.
Man, oh man. It's a good look. It's a good look.
Anything's possible now.
Dave walked in the office today. I was like, who is this guy?
Who's that hottie?
That's Golfy Golferton right there.
I'm even wearing shorts. I can show you my legs if I decide to.
Maybe if the stream is very good.
If you're very
special
very
treat.
good.
Or if people, I don't know, maybe offer up a tip or two.
Sure.
What do you think, Dave? $50?
Yeah.
We should have a way for people to donate money to us on the stream. I think so.
Why have we never thought of this?
We should find ways to extort money out of people.
$50 gets you one of Dave's legs.
Yeah. 75 for both.
That is a bargain.
Yeah, I got great legs. My legs have never changed. It's the weirdest thing. I've been fat, I've been thin, I've been muscular, I've been doughy. Legs never change.
People carry their weight in weird places,
Oh,
and
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people, I think, don't carry them in the legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. That's why a lot of us look like upside-down bowling pins.
Right. We look like yield signs.
That's me.
Pear-shaped, but like upside-down pear.
Smiley from Baseball Line says, I was at the game last night, so close to history.
Man.
Man.
Dude, he has been unbelievable.
Dude.
Dustin May has been unbelievable. This is the
So
second
fun.
time he's taken a no-hitter into the 7th inning just in the last, 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Great gamble we took on him.
dude, this is why you want to take the gamble on this particular type of person, right? It's a guy who's still in his late 20s, throws really hard, has great stuff, just needed an opportunity to pitch and prove that he's healthy so he can get out there and get a bigger free agent contract.
Yeah.
And now the question is, do you want to just try to keep him? I mean,
We talked about that playing golf today.
I mean, it's a good age. The one thing that might play in your favor is the labor issue this offseason. Does he want to go into, again, this is how to me, if you're talking to him, you want to find out, does he want to go into that and maybe not know where he's going until a few weeks before spring training, and then everybody's just scrambling. All the free agents will be scrambling in a 2 or 3 week window to get signed, and what are teams going to spend? What's the salary cap going to look like? What other things are going to be issues? Are the big boys going to be capped out? I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty. There may be a good, hey, why don't we do another year? We'll give you a nice raise because you're pitching great.
He's like a 12 million guy,
Well,
right?
he's 13, counting a buyout, so he's guaranteed $13 million. The mutual option that he and the team have for next year, which means both have to say yes to it, is 20. It's going to take more than that.
Yeah.
It's going to take more than that.
I bet.
But maybe you could do something like, hey, how about 1 year at 25 and a player option after that?
Mm-hmm.
And that way you don't have the uncertainty of the offseason. You don't, because again, it's not that he won't be in demand. He will be. But if everything's happening in 2 or 3 weeks and all of a sudden there's a salary cap and maybe there won't be. But the whole point is you can kind of take away some uncertainty in a marketplace. But he might just look at it and go, yeah, but I don't think my value is ever going to be higher if he finishes this season pitching the way he is.
How old a guy is he?
29, about to turn 30, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, really good age.
Worth investing in.
Really good age if you're not going more than 3 years.
Yeah, and that seems to be about our timeline, right?
Oh, he's 28. So, if you were to do something 3 or 4 years, he's still in a window where he should be good. And because of his previous injuries, he hasn't logged a ton of mileage with his arm. Now, the injuries themselves are concerns, but most of those are pretty normal pitcher injuries, except for the torn esophagus, which is what really set him back a calendar year.
Which has nothing to do with baseball.
It has nothing to do with whether his arm is going to hold up. It makes it an interesting discussion. And how far do you have to fall out to even consider trading him at this point? I think you'd have to fall pretty far out the way it's going. And you can always offer him a qualifying offer at the end of the year, which will be about $22 million under the current CBA. And he might see that as a better thing than going into whatever. But this is kind of my point. I think there's a window to talk.
Yeah.
Maybe it's later in the year. Maybe it's right after the year. But a window to talk and say, maybe this is the best bet. Hey, you're comfortable here. You're pitching well. Things are going good. Why not stick around for another year and then assess?
I would love it.
And if he wants 3, man, I give him 3. He's young enough. He's got great stuff. Why not?
I think it's so interesting because Heinblum and the whole administration have to play 2 games at once.
Yeah.
They have to play the pure baseball game, then they have to play the fan expectation game.
That's right.
And, most fans don't talk the way we do. They're just fans. And they know that we're winning and it's an exciting team. We got this guy who's, lights out on the mound. And then if you start selling them, I get it. I get it more. Well, I'll tell you what. I get it now that I'm on the inside and I can talk to you guys. 5 years ago, I wouldn't have understood it.
Yeah, but it is all about where you are. This is it's about the next 6 weeks are going to tell us. If you're in the mix where you are now, it's a really hard sell to a fan base that was already turned jaded.
Yeah.
And now the excitement's back.
Yeah.
Tarps off is a thing. More people are coming to the ballpark. They drew for the Cincinnati series a couple weekends ago. They drew I think 5,000 more a game than they expected.
Yeah.
So I mean that was an extra 15,000 people through the gates in one weekend. And that buzz is starting to happen. So, yeah, you're right. You're working 2 fronts.
Yep.
And, okay, if somebody offers you an elite prospect, top 50 prospect in the sport, that's a harder thing to say no to.
Yeah.
But you're managing not only your long-term baseball, but your short-term baseball and the mood of your fan base.
I hate to say this when I'm already so fancy wearing a collared shirt.
I know.
But guess where Rach and I are going tomorrow?
you're going to Rawlings.
Yes. And after that,
You're going
sixth
to
row of the green seats,
Oh,
baby.
look at you.
That's right.
Oof.
I know.
Did you get that just for wearing the collared shirt?
Yes, I walked in wearing shorts. Steve said, if you let me see your legs, I'll let you go to the green seats.
Well, heck, man.
Said we have to reward this kind of behavior.
Yeah. No, we're taking Dr. Maupin and her awesome, I started to say son, husband, John.
I'm excited.
Bit creepy. Yeah, and I've only sat there once.
Me too. I've sat there one time. With my brother got tickets through work, so we got to sit in the green seats.
It's the
It was
craziest
pretty
thing.
fun.
You go in a separate entrance without all the riffraff, and you go straight
through the
into a
Cardinal Club.
buffet.
You go in a separate entrance?
Yes.
Yes, it's behind home plate. Yep.
And you go to the buffet,
Yep.
eat all you want, and then you go to the seats and eat all you want
Yeah,
for
they'll
free.
bring you more, yeah.
Well, not for free, but
Well, you've already paid. Yes,
Yes.
it's already been paid
free
for.
to me.
Yeah, right. If you didn't pay for the tickets, then you didn't pay for the food.
So, yeah, it's going to be an exciting day tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be great.
I get to go to Rawlings and design my custom glove for Ricky. And so, yeah.
It's also Chris and Amy Day at the ballpark, just
Yep.
so our listeners know. You can get tickets to see the game for like $15.
Mhm.
So go to
Day one.
KMOX.com. I'm sure there's a link up there somewhere. Also, just go to Cardinals and search for tomorrow's game, and you'll see the Chris and Amy tickets.
Chris and Amy beat us to a great idea. I was listening on my way back from golf this morning, and Amy was saying we should do Chris and Amy Day at the sinkhole.
Yes.
That's great. It's a great radio idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You don't like it?
Oh
boy.
I mean, I told them as much too. I think that's. I don't.
You think it's like mocking the city or something?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well.
And I think that I think that's a little. I think it's a more serious matter. Personally, it's just how I feel.
I mean,
this is interesting.
You think a crumbling infrastructure is a serious matter? I mean,
yeah,
come on.
these things like genuinely terrify me. Like it's scary. It's
Okay.
scary when there's like, hey, like all the screws fell out of the bridge on the overpass or whatever it was like 3 months ago. And
Did
then
they
it's
ever
like,
fill the sinkhole in over in Alton?
I think
Soccer
I
field?
think they're working on it. I think it's being worked on.
It's been a
like-
couple
was
years.
crazy.
That was a giant
That was
sinkhole.
giant.
Yeah.
I get where Andrew's coming from, though, because the water infrastructure is the reason this happened, and there is like no clear path forward to fixing
Yeah.
the water infrastructure around here. So it's like, oh, so we could just expect more sinkholes in the future.
Yeah, it's just the classic, like, we're like, what do we do with this Rams money? And, you know, everybody's like, I want it to build buildings. And then the police, you know, there's the fight with the police. Like, no, we want it because we want billions of dollars for the police for seemingly no real discernible, definable reason. And then while we're arguing about that, like, literally, like, the city is collapsing into hell. And it's
Yeah.
like, well,
the scary part is,
what
is
if we
even
did that with the Rams
even
money?
if we dedicated every penny of the Rams money towards fixing the water situation, it wouldn't cover
It doesn't cover it.
That's the really scary part.
Boy, if you could see the water structure, if it wasn't underground, that's all we would talk about.
It would be the number one priority for everybody. Yeah. But can't see it, so
So we're fine.
Yeah, it's all good.
Can I get a sinkhole every now and then?
That being said, I do think Chris and Amy Day at the sinkhole is pretty funny.
I mean, it is funny.
I would show up for that.
It is funny. Like it's a funny idea. I'm just I'm a spoil sport because I'm like, you know, sitting in the corner
Andrew's
in
like,
the
this is serious.
yeah, I'm in like the fetal position in the corner, rocking back and forth, afraid that we're just gonna collapse into dirt.
Is
any
it
second now.
funny?
Is it because you have a special fear of sinkholes? And by the way, can I just get out of the way? I just keep wanting to say stinkhole.
Stinkhole, yeah.
because I'm 13. And so every time I say it, I'm like, are you going to say it? So I said it.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call it a special fear. Like, I think it's a healthy fear.
He doesn't want to fall into a sink. Neither do I. I don't want to fall into the sinkhole either.
That was a really dumb question.
Well, no.
No,
I mean,
I
it's
don't think
fair.
it is because the odds of it happening are probably slimmer than winning the lotto.
Higher than a lot of places in the world.
Well, yeah,
Think
higher
about
here,
how
maybe.
the fact that it was like next to the column holding up the interstate.
Yeah, and
it becomes a lot more.
I had a sinkhole open. I almost said it too. I had a sinkhole. My neighbor's driveway had a sinkhole in it a couple of years ago, and it was a pretty big one. And you could not see the bottom. Like, you'd throw something into it, and you couldn't hear the bottom. And ever since then, I've been like a little extra nervous about it because, you know, that was like
Well, you have lived next to a sinkhole.
12 feet away from where I sleep. So that was like a little bit more unnerving. And then ever since then, I think is when I've been on like heightened alert. And then it's just like, the one at Gordon Moore opens up in Alton where the whole soccer field just implodes in an instant.
Did anyone remember like maybe 10, maybe even 15 years ago? Wheels, you may remember this. I think the guy was playing golf at Gateway National across the river. And a sinkhole opened up like a Bugs Bunny sinkhole. And he fell down like 15, 20 feet.
I remember that.
And they had to pull him out of there like baby Jessica.
Baby Jessica in the well.
Yeah.
Was it when Maria was on with us yesterday, or maybe it was during a news report? She said that they were complaining that too many people were coming down to gawk at the sinkhole.
Yeah, she did mention that.
That kind of bothered me. I feel like I should be able to go look at the giant hole in the middle of the city. As long as I'm not like directly getting in someone's way, but to just put this blanket statement out of like, yeah, don't go look at it. Like, why not? Why can't I go take a peek? I'm not going to like go down close to it, but I should be able to get to lay eyes on it if I would like.
I wouldn't know this if I didn't work at KMOX, but I am uncomfortable to the extent that the city of St. Louis is very not transparent. I mean, this is KMOX, right? It's the radio station of record, the voice of St. Louis, 100-year history. When Maria Kina calls you, take her call.
Yes.
Don't
we live in a time
sandbag.
now, though, where it starts at the national level and trickles down, where people are just like, well, that's uncomfortable. We don't want to talk about it, so we're just not going to.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's lack of transparency or if it's just no one was checking that voicemail, which is equally disturbing, but kind of a separate issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it sounds like they've kind of been like that for a few years now. Just like, you're a need-to-know basis.
You remember last spring I was trying to get hold of a
yes,
department.
I do, yeah.
And I was very upset that I was not getting a response back. Not just because I work at KMOX, but because I am a citizen of the city of St. Louis, and you should respond to citizens with questions.
With you?
Yeah, and who is, in that case, who is Maria representing? Who is she asking for? Is she asking for a friend?
Right.
Is she asking for Dave Glover, or is she asking for all the people that live in the region?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one thing if it's like the police board and like, hey, we're working on it. We'll let you know when we have information. There's a giant hole in the city.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Don't go look at it. You're not allowed to look at it.
It's not some contract
Look away
talks.
from the hole.
Give me a break.
And I'll say that's the thing that scares me most about it, as Rachel pointed out, is that it's so close to like the interstate and the overpass. And it's like if that goes down, I mean, it could kill dozens of people.
Oh, yeah. Depending on the time of day, more than that, maybe.
Yeah, that's I think what really frightens me about it. Like if a hole opened up over there, I'd be like, wow, that's a big hole. I don't know if it would scare me so much, but the thought of it, like,
maybe we should just cover it with a trampoline and charge people to jump on it.
Oh,
hey, there we go.
Make the most out of this.
I'd jump on it.
Business opportunity.
Sky Zone.
Vic says we should name it the Mike Keyhole.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's not.
Let me tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. That sounded weird, didn't it? Sometimes I run out of air. It's the weirdest. Let me tell you about Universal Windows Direct. Great people, really good to me. Very solid company. Great windows, so solid that they give you a lifetime guarantee without even thinking about it twice. You're never going to pay another dime for the windows you buy from Universal. They also give you a 20-year warranty that you can pass to someone when you sell your home. I always thought that's really cool. They also give the DGS audience a special deal. Right now, it's the best one that they've had in the 3 years I've been endorsing them. Buy 4 windows, get 4 for free, so 50% off. 48 months, 0% interest financing, same as cash. 314-334-2522, UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Right now, inflation is squeezing budgets, and global events can shake up the markets overnight. If you're close to retirement, you don't get unlimited do-overs, so this is not the time to just hope it works out. That's why Steve Auld and the team at the All Financial Group are hosting an upcoming educational seminar called Retirement Simplified, June 16th at the All Financial Group office. You'll learn how rising costs could drain your spending power, how political and economic headlines may impact your returns, and whether your retirement strategy is truly stress-tested for today's economy. This event is complimentary, and you must reserve your seat today. 636-230-8824. You can also get more details online at yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, or registered investment advisor. Neither the firm nor its agents or representatives may give tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a qualified professional for guidance before making any purchasing decisions. The All Financial Group is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the U.S. government or any other government agency.
A common question I receive is, how is the market right now? It just seems so volatile. Hi, I'm Christina Straight, owner of Straight Realty. If you want to buy or sell but feel overwhelmed by the whiplash of the market, then let's talk. With over 23 years as a broker, I have the exact experience you need to help you navigate this tricky market. Call me at 314-441-4444. 314-441-ALL-4s. And remember, why pay more than two?
Commissions are not regulated and are negotiable. Straight Realty is a licensed broker in the state of Missouri.
100 years of service and still at your service. KMOX.
Welcome back, 124 DGS. Other side of the bottom of the hour break, we have attorney Brad Young. Everyone loves Brad. He's always a great segment.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's so different seeing you wearing a collared shirt.
You look like a different guy.
He looks like a different person.
I can take it off.
The energy
Tarps
is
off. Let's go. Is that what you're angling for?
No.
Tarps off.
Not until we get those subscribers to
You're right. Yeah.
send us
Not
the money.
giving this away for free.
You got to get your only Dave going.
It's a good energy. Like, it's a very good energy, but the energy is completely different.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know how to describe. You're like a different guy.
It's like I had a dream and it was a different Dave.
Yeah.
And it was like still Dave and
You're
it was
super
good vibes and
formal
everything,
now,
but it
Dave.
was like that wasn't the Dave I know.
I almost
Like
expect you to
like
speak with a British accent. When
It's
you
like
look
we've
that.
jumped timelines.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like Uncanny Dave.
Go
It's
for
like
Dave.
very similar to Dave.
I mean, I guess it means I have a look.
You do. You have a signature look.
Yeah.
And I can't stress enough that you look really good. It's just it's sort of like when you wear the beanie. Like, and then we have like a blackberry winter, and you take the beanie off, and we're like, "Whoa!"
Everybody's like, "Where's the beanie, Dave?"
Andrew, you're right. It's like when you unlock a different version of a video game character.
Yes,
like Mario has on a different outfit.
We've
now.
unlocked the golf skin for Dave in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Funny.
Jeez, man. What if we jump timelines and this is just now the new Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I can wear another one tomorrow. No, I can't. I only have one.
Dave starts,
It's like, no, you can't.
Dave starts exclusively shopping at like J. Crew now.
Dave's going to go home and open the closet and be like, I have 100 collared shirts. What is happening? Simulation glitch.
Dave comes in tomorrow wearing a baseball jersey, and we're like, "Why are you look weird? Why are you wearing a baseball jersey?"
Do you guys see what's going on at the reflecting pool?
Yeah,
in DC?
big old algae bloom.
Big algae, and they are literally, I thought this was a joke, they are literally pouring thousands and thousands of gallons of hydrogen peroxide, just hundreds of guys with, gallon jars pouring it into the reflecting pool.
Great.
This is the solution. You don't have a truck like this. You have this giant reflecting pool. It's like, all right, boys, grab the gallons and just pour.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Hey, before you come into work, check under your bathroom sink and see if you have a bottle of the hydrogen peroxide, and then just pour it out on your way in.
It's just such a funny thing. Like you would, I don't know why. I just picture like somewhere having a big old truck that could just come out there like a dump truck.
Yeah.
You know, big old tanker. And just, all right, we got it here. Let's go.
So, I really don't know the answer to this. I'm sure that, I'm going to say something nice about Trump. I'm sure that he didn't cause this. Has the reflecting pool just always been full of algae and now we're just looking at it?
Yeah, I think we just notice the algae more because of the different color of the pool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The
American
way the
flag
light
blue.
is reflecting off the pool makes the algae more apparent.
Maybe he can change the blue on the flag to algae green. Takes care of that.
It fixes that problem.
Yeah.
It's probably easier than getting rid of all the algae.
That's very idiocracy. That's like, would anyone be shocked?
It just sounds efficient to me.
They need, apparently, according to this, they need 8,000 liters of this hydrogen peroxide to reach to reach all of this to kill the algae, to reach the whole pool.
Why don't they just get some chlorine or something?
I don't know.
Because they say the hydrogen peroxide is like a less harsh alternative to those other chemicals. But, I mean, the chlorine's going to do the job faster, I would assume. Yeah, just dump it in there.
Are we worried about harshness? I mean, people don't go swimming in there.
Yeah, nobody
right?
goes in there, no.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to. I don't know if they do, but they're not supposed to.
Let me tell you guys about my friends at Mosby Building Arts. I'm a St. Louis kid, born and bred, and I honestly don't know how long they've been in business, but I swear that I've known about them since I was a kid. And I certainly knew about Mr. Mosby doing the show on the weekends here on KMOX, which Rich does now. He does a great job. Andrew, will you book me to be on Rich's show again in the next few weeks? I really enjoyed that. They're great people. They're a great company. They can remodel any room in your home. They can do the lower level. They can do the outdoor space. Whether you went to a friend's house and now you're coveting their patio, or you went to a resort, you're like, oh my gosh, look at this kitchen, we could do this. And they're giving away some freebies. This month, it's about siding and laundry rooms. If you do a whole house of siding, we'll give you the gutters for free. If you already have gutters, we'll take 5% off the deal. Your laundry room, we're giving you the washer and dryer for free. And if you already got that covered, take another 5% off. You can call us at 314-909-1800 or go to callmosby.com.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win? Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklasz, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour, weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals talk that doesn't flinch.
If you are looking for a place for independent living for older adults, the place is Fairwinds River's Edge in St. Charles. It was voted U.S. News and World Report's best independent living for 5 consecutive years. They have social events for the residents there, wellness programs. Just go to fairwindsriversedge.com. Schedule a tour and hear about all of the great new updated spaces, all the dining, the social events, the best. fairwindsriversedge.com.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Ricken Financial.
Certainly not hot, but temperatures are a little bit warmer this afternoon. We should top out at 83. The southerly flow kicking up a little bit of wind. Partly sunny skies, maybe a spot thunderstorm. That's just a maybe. Tonight, partly cloudy, 63. Wednesday, partly sunny, a windy day. Some wind gust on Wednesday could be pushing 40 miles per hour. Be a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around Wednesday, but very limited. 89 degrees. Best chance for showers and thunderstorms will be Wednesday night. Some of those could be on the strong side. Only 70 for the low. Then on Thursday, partly sunny. Here comes that cool northwest breeze again. 79 for the high on Thursday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Jerry Ricken and Heidi Ricken Provost covered the 3 key pillars of retirement planning: income, risk, and your tax strategy. Join us for Kickin' with the Rickens, Redefining Retirement, every Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on KMOX.
Let me tell you something about insurance. When you sign your insurance policy, for some brokers, that's the finish line. Handshake, commission, done. Then you may not hear from them again until it's time for renewal. But your business runs all year, so do the gaps and the risk. So go to supersure.com. If your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just go buy a policy online. Supersure is the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and employee benefits, all with year-round support for you and your team. At supersure.com, you can access tools like fine print facts. It'll translate your current policy into plain English so you see what's covered and what's not. Plus a business value calculator so you can estimate what your business is worth so you know what actually needs protecting. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all your policies in one place. Supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency.
You care about every detail, and so does Purina. Every ingredient in their pet food comes from trusted sources, and every ingredient has a purpose. Whether that purpose is to provide just the right nutrients your pet needs or a flavor they will love, Purina has over 250 recipes made without artificial flavors or preservatives for you to choose from. You're sure to find something both you and your pet will love. Learn more at Purina.com.
Your health story is shaped by more than genetics. Everyday choices like nutrition, physical activity, sleep, tobacco use, and routine screenings all play a role in your future health. Seidman Cancer Center's Your Disease Risk helps you understand how family history and lifestyle work together, offering personalized insights to support healthier decisions. Knowing your risks today can help protect your tomorrow. Visit seidman.washU.edu/YDR.
Today, the Cards, the Padres.
Ameren Total Access 550. First pitch 6:45.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS and KMOX. Time to talk to attorney Brad Young. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Dave. I was thinking about the whole thing about the chlorine versus the hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
And I read that the main reason they can't use chlorine is because of all the geese and the ducks that use the pool. But because if you think algae in the reflecting pool is bad PR, well, what would it be if you've got ducks that are feet up in the reflecting pool?
That's a good point.
That would look really bad.
Brad, I had looked that up on the break too, and I felt a little silly then when I thought of the size of that pool. Like, yeah, I guess that much chlorine is going to be pretty horrible for the wildlife around there.
I wouldn't think the hydrogen peroxide would be great for them.
It's just less harsh.
And it also becomes diluted.
Yeah, going to bleach them out.
Yep.
I like hydrogen peroxide. I've heard people say it hurts, but that was like the least thing that they could put on you when you're a kid and you hurt yourself.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used that for cuts and stuff, and I swear we had one bottle that lasted like 15 years.
Oh, for sure. We used to gargle it.
Same if I had like a canker sore or
I was
something.
afraid that's going to be a
there
really
was
Hoosier
something
thing to say.
more stingy than that?
Oh, God, yes. There was mercurochrome.
Oh, I didn't have that.
There was iodine.
Didn't have that.
Yeah. In South Roxana, you could tell how poor someone's dad was by we had Bactine, so that was tall cotton.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what we had, that and hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
Those are the things we had.
No, the iodine was a brown bottle with like a felt, not felt, baby felt, like a swab.
Right.
And man, I never experienced it, but boy, my friends would scream. So, you know what? We may not even need Brad today since I'm wearing a collared shirt.
Yeah, that's true. You can just handle all
gonna
that stuff.
activate your lawyer brain.
Let me put my glasses on.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we don't need Brad.
Oprah glasses and collared shirt. Davis.
I do love the Oprahs.
You look like an intellectual
thank you.
maven.
Thank you. Hey, Brad, is it possible you could be with us for 2 segments today?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I got a virtual court appearance at 2, but I'm already ready. I'm ready.
That's fine. Let's start with politics then. I'm just really curious. I know that we don't have the language. We don't know exactly. But a lot of the details of this page-and-a-half memorandum with Iran are leaking out. $24 billion from us, access to $300 billion for restructuring and building back what we blew up. I heard Trump today, and I predicted this, but he's pretty easy to predict, saying that maybe we don't even need to get the nuclear materials. So what do you think in general?
Well, a couple of things. Politically speaking, there has to be a couple of things in this agreement, or it's going to be very, very bad. First of all, there has to be some provisions where the Iranians don't get paid until actual progress is made. In other words, you don't get money by just signing an agreement. There has to be benchmarks. That's number one. Number two, as far as the money that's going, a lot of that money is also coming from Gulf nations, so it's not all just coming from us. But a lot of the money that is going to go to Iran is going to, at least according to reports, it's going to be frozen assets that are going to be released. And so that has to be. Also, on that last point that you made, if we don't recover the highly enriched uranium, then the question becomes, why did we do any of this?
Thank you.
And so that to me is the most important. If he just says, well, it's buried under tons and tons of rubble, it's fine where it stands, that is not acceptable. All right, because they can put people out there with shovels and equipment and eventually get to that, which would mean that all of this was for naught. So I think from Trump's perspective politically, there has to be benchmarks. They don't get paid unless stuff happens, and you have to actually recoup and recover the highly enriched uranium.
You know, we're learning more and more, and I remember I think it was Axios did an article about the discussions. They had the actual quotes from the whole cabinet pre going to war with Iran, and I think everyone but Hegseth said no. And Tulsi Gabbard said they're not close to a nuclear weapon. Ratcliffe from the CIA said they're not close to a nuclear weapon. And now Rubio and Ratcliffe are saying, hey, hold on a second on this deal. There are a couple things, kind of what you said, Brad, a couple things that have to happen. That's making me worried. It made me worried that the president went into this sort of half-cocked, and I'm afraid he's trying to get out of it because he's a little desperate now that he may not get a deal at all.
Yeah, and if that falls through, I mean, I don't know how anything could be worse for the president politically than what we see on any given day, right?
Yeah.
But it could be really bad. The only thing I would say about the nuclear weapons is, remember, if you have highly enriched uranium, it doesn't matter whether or not the country is capable of actually creating a, quote, nuclear bomb. You could take highly enriched uranium above 60% processed, put it in to a 55-gallon oil drum, surround it with explosives, drive it into Saudi Arabia and detonate it. It wouldn't be a nuclear explosion, but the radiation itself would make the oil fields inaccessible for hundreds of years. So, So even if you don't have access to the tech to make an actual nuclear explosion, simply having that highly fissionable material can be used in a dirty bomb scenario, as anyone who ever watched 24 knows quite well.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, it was good.
I should
I
go
mean,
back.
it was good, but it was also not good. Like a lot of I mean, just it was a lot of good story twists and plot turns and things like that. Jack Bauer's a badass, but also, he basically just tortures everybody all the time.
Brad, you don't hit me as a UFC guy, but I'm just curious what you thought of everything from the spectacle to the guy saying Michelle Obama's a man and just all of it.
I'm not a UFC guy. I could not possibly care less about it, to use that phrase properly. It always bugs me when people say, I could not care less. Well, that means you have some degree of caring then.
Yeah.
Or where they say, I could care less.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Okay, that means you have some degree
Right.
of caring.
Yeah.
I could not care less. I have
Mine-
zero degree of caring.
My pet peeve, and I do this, so I'm in a glass house in this, but when people say, like, it's literally like flushing your money down the toilet. I'm like, there's a word for that. It's called figuratively. But people. So back to the UFC. What'd you think?
Yeah. I got to tell you, my heart groans when I see professional wrestling on the grounds of the White House, just like it groaned when there's protests with, all kinds of weird protests where free the nipple or whatever it might be that occurs at the White House. But those aren't at the direction of the president. Those are because of First Amendment, people can protest, do whatever they want, right? But this is at the direction, approval, and approval of the president. And I just groan. I don't want professional wrestling on the White House grounds. I mean, come on. How are we already perceived in Europe anyway?
Yeah.
And they see professional wrestling on the White House grounds. That just doesn't look good.
Well, from what the latest Axios article about the Epstein file says, I think the president would have been at the Free the Nipple riot. Seen that stuff? I mean, we literally can't talk about it on KMOX, but
we can't. We can't do it.
Look up.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah.
It's out there.
Or don't if you don't want to know.
Yeah.
This has happened recently. I have not heard anything about this.
What I can tell you is that
not good.
Axios got access to the recordings of a meeting with the whole cabinet, pretty much, no Trump, in the Situation Room, where they were discussing what to do about the Epstein case. And it makes them look pretty guilty. And at one point, they discussed the president's affinity for that particular part of the body that's in the file, and had an actual conversation about how do we spin this? What do we do? And I think it was J.D. Vance who said, why don't we bring Ghislaine Maxwell to Congress and let her testify that the president didn't do anything? And something else. That was quite a meeting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I will be looking into this.
But there's nothing there, though.
No.
Nothing anybody's worried about. Nope. Nothing to see here. Just like our sinkhole. Nothing to see here. Don't look.
It kind of reminded me when I was reading that Axios story. Kind of reminded me, and Dave, you may have discussed this in law school, but apparently in the early 1970s, when all the issue was about whether porno movies could be banned or not, or whether it was protected speech under the First Amendment, and apparently all the Supreme Court justices were in the basement at the Supreme Court building watching porn and trying to figure out, whether it was acceptable or not. And
they need to make a movie about that.
Yeah.
Just the visual of these 80-year-old dudes wearing robes, and they're watching porn trying to say, is this acceptable or is this not acceptable? It just cracks me up.
Well, Brad, I saw an article the other day, and I wanted to check it out with you to see how real it was. But I saw it in a couple different places that the Supreme Court is doing research on the drinking habits of the founding fathers so that they can use it in some sort of case involving being a drug user and getting a gun. Is that true?
I did not know. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it was an
but
article
I could see
about
how,
originalists.
I could see it. Yeah, I could tie that in. I mean, even though I haven't read the article, the argument is under the Bruin decision at the Supreme Court that the court is supposed to look to historical standards of how guns were used when the Second Amendment was drafted. So I could make the argument that says, well, it's important to know whether those guys were drinking and using guns, because that would fit in with the historical usage of guns at the time that the Second Amendment was drafted. But no, I didn't know that was actually happening.
Yeah, that's what I read. I wanted to check it with you. We'll take a little break here. We'll come back and we'll talk about the stories with Brad. Tell you guys about my friend Ben Barnett at Timberline Professional Tree Care. Now, probably not that many of you out there have a pressing tree issue, but I'm going to guess that the vast majority of you have trees in your yard and bushes and shrubs and things like that. That can become problematic, or it could be the absolute apple of your eye, and you have a 100-year-old tree and it's gorgeous and you live in Webster Groves, and it would just be heartbreaking if something happened to it. Ben and his certified arborists can diagnose problems with trees. They can plant trees. They can take trees out. They can trim trees. They can heal trees. They can tell you whether it's some sort of a bug infestation or if it's a tree virus or bad ground, whatever it happens to be. I happen to think the world of Ben. They just think he's a cool guy that looks you in the eye and shakes your hand and tells you what he's going to do, and then he does it. He's one of the very few places in town where they have multiple certified arborists. Ben is personally a board-certified master arborist. You can find him at stltreecare.com. Do me a favor, just let him know you heard about him on the show. stltreecare.com for Timberline.
It's 1:46. This time check is brought to you by Paramount.
Grab your
Men's
shades,
Medical
your float
Center.
trip gear, and join us June 17th for Chris and Amy Day at Busch Stadium.
We'll be broadcasting live from the Mississippi Yacht Club pop-up bar outside Gate 1, hanging with fans and serving up some fun behind the bar.
Live music, Fred Bird special guests will all be there. Plenty of chances to stop by and say hello.
Plus, you can sit with fellow Chris and Amy listeners in our special section for just $15.
June 17th.
Chris and Amy Day at the ballpark, $15 tickets.
Get your tickets now, cardinals.com/Chris and Amy.
Go Cards.
After a disaster, emotional recovery takes time. Show Me Hope Missouri offers free, confidential support wherever you are. Call or text 1-800-985-5990 and connect with a local crisis counselor today. From Missouri Department of Mental Health.
Sun's out, so dads are too. This Father's Day at Lowe's, shop the gear that'll make his summer. Get 2 free Select DeWalt power tools when you buy a Select 5 amp-hour battery kit for weekends in the garage. Plus, get a free Blackstone 6-piece stainless steel griddle kit when you buy a Select Blackstone griddle. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 6/24. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
When pain starts to slow you down, BJC Healthcare and WashU Medicine orthopedic specialists are here to help. Nationally recognized leaders in orthopedics deliver care that's informed by research and personalized for you. From everyday aches to complex injuries and recovery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love. Find an orthopedic specialist today. Visit bjc.org/orthopedics or call 314-362-9355.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS. Attorney Brad Young is with us. U.S. Supreme Court poised to rule on gun laws and transgender athletes.
Well, yeah, we're talking about drinking and using drugs and while you're owning guns or buying guns. I do know that this was debated in this is called the Hamani case, where it's really, it's the Hunter Biden case is what it is, which is whenever you fill out a form to purchase a firearm, you have to certify that you're not actively taking drugs or using drugs. And Hamani checked that box that he wasn't, but then later officials found that he was, the law enforcement found that he was, tried to take his guns away from him, and he filed a lawsuit against it. And the court did, during those oral arguments earlier this year, argue about, Thomas Jefferson, I think it was John Adams would drink a pint of scotch every day, and they had guns. So they were debating the relationship between drinking and using drugs and owning firearms. So I'm not aware of any research into it, but I do know it was debated, an oral argument at the Supreme Court. So that decision is still ready to come out, as is the decision on whether states can prevent, or rather actually require, that kids can only compete in athletics based upon their birth gender. So those two decisions will presumably be handed down before the end of the month, next 2 weeks.
Okay. We're also expecting the 14th Amendment decision as well, right?
Which 14th Amendment decision?
I'm sorry, the birthright citizenship.
Oh, yeah, the birthright citizenship case. Yes, we are. I mean, I don't see that as a big issue, honestly.
It'd be pretty shocking, wouldn't it?
It shocking is not even strong enough.
Okay.
I mean, I would see that as it's either going to be 9-0 or 8-1, maybe. I don't think it's going to be close.
Okay. Let's talk about Great Britain. They've instituted a 16 and under social media ban.
Yeah, they have. And in doing so, they're kind of following up on Australia. And we get that same debate here in our country about whether or not it's safe for kids to get addicted to social media because of the algorithms, what should be done about it. But what's interesting is, and this is the problem that I think is the problem within the problem, because it's not just about whether or not social media should be banned for 16-year-old kids and under, but it's about if you're going to ban it, like they're doing in Australia and they're planning on doing it in England, they're doing facial recognition software and to take pictures of the kids, and they're going to be keeping those facial recognition pictures of children in a database. And then that becomes a bigger issue, I think, because then if you hack that database, now you've got very specific pictures of all the kids in a country. And if people are concerned about posting pictures of the kids on social media, what's it going to be like if it's all stored in one database, in the MI6 building in London?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you see us doing this at any point in the near future?
Boy, I don't. I just don't think you've got the intestinal fortitude here to pass those kinds of laws because of the popularity of social media and because of what it would take to do it. I think what you're going to see, though, is these lawsuits that have been filed against Meta and Google and all of the social media companies alleging that their algorithms cause harm to kids. If any of that litigation is successful at the end of the day, I think that the social media companies themselves will have to change how they operate, or they could literally be sued out of existence.
Only a couple minutes left for this last story. U.S. intelligence community's foreign spying powers expire after lawmakers reject FISA extension.
Well, this has been a big issue for me for many years. I'm a big privacy advocate, whatever privacy we have left anymore. But FISA really allowed the government to spy on Americans overseas without a warrant by doing a kind of a circuitous route and making sure that you spy on a foreign national who might be communicating with an American citizen. Anyway, it was just a way to bypass. It was passed after 9/11. I understand that, but there were a lot of privacy concerns. Right now, it has not been extended by Congress, and in fact, it's moot. It's not even valid right now. The question is, will they try to resurrect it? I don't see them doing that because the president has said he would only sign it if it's linked to the SAVE Act, which is you've got to have a photo ID to vote, among other things. That's not going to go anywhere in the U.S. Senate. So I think one of the post 9/11 security laws is probably at its end.
Brad, I'm not saying you're worried about it, but to what degree do you think the Dems could take both houses of Congress?
I think the House, I'm not going to say it's a foregone conclusion. I think clearly the momentum is for the House to go to the Dems. The Senate is still up in the air. I'm going to wait and hedge my bet until the end of August before making that call. But I think it's a real possibility. I think it's a probability for the House. And if that happens, you're going to see impeachment hearings. You're going to see a lot of subpoenas going out. You're going to see a lot of hearings on Capitol Hill. And the next 2 years are going to look very different than the past 2 years.
What is the most likely cause for an impeachment if they did it based on what has already happened?
Oh my goodness. I think maybe, oh goodness, I haven't thought that through, Dave. Just what comes to the top of my head is what's most recent. And that is this attempt to settle a lawsuit where you're on both sides of the litigation, and then using that to bypass Congress to pay off people who, primarily the January 6 people. So I think that would be right up there.
All right, buddy. Thank you. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, guys.
Lombardo Rach.
Yeah, I want to tell you guys about two brand new opportunities for Lombardo homes in St. Charles County. There's Crooked Creek at Cottleville Trails. These are new townhomes from the high 300s with incredible amenities that make Cottleville Trails one of the area's most sought after communities. Or you can find the space you've been dreaming of at South Point Estates. These are 3+ acre home sites, top-rated Winsville schools, and it creates the perfect setting for your custom dream home. We're always telling you, go to the website, see these Lombardo homes, see what they can do for you. That website is lombardohomes.com.
Yeah, a lot of people think about building a home, and they think about building this big dream home. And my experience has been very different. I've done a lot of personal appearances at the showings, and most people, a lot of them are my age, are downsizing, and they're building their small dream home. You know, it doesn't have to be a big 5,000 square foot deal. So if you're in that position, just know that Lombardo is very used to that and very good at getting people in a downsized home, but really gorgeous. Go to lombardohomes.com for all the information.
We are on the biggest stage in the world right now, and you know I am talking about soccer. The whole world is paying attention, and FanDuel has decided to And as you know, if you bet soccer, that sometimes your player gets subbed out, and then what happens? Your bet goes with them. Well, FanDuel says we have a better way to do it. That's not happening anymore. With FanDuel Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. That's right. If your player leaves the match, your bet continues with the substitute. So you are still in it until the final whistle. Just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started now. I've been telling you about this app for many, many months. I love using it. It's easy to use. All the information you need is right there. FanDuel.com/Missouri. Let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
There's a short list of trillion-dollar companies, and NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang thinks Marvel Technology could join that prestigious club. Huang told a trade conference that Marvel is poised to take advantage of the next phase of AI infrastructure growth, which could lead to a trillion-dollar valuation. Marvel has a new AI chip that it says is 25% more power efficient than rival data center chips. I'm Jason Brooks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Celebrating 100 years of informing and entertaining. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. The voice of St. Louis.
At 2 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky. Right now, 76 degrees downtown at the Arch. Clayton-based Olin Corporation is leaving the St. Louis area. The chemical and ammunition maker is merging with Texas competitor Huntsman in an all-stock deal, creating a new company called Olin Huntsman. The combined business will be headquartered in the Woodlands, Texas. That's near Houston, not Clayton. Olin's CEO Ken Lane will lead the merged company. Olin shareholders will have about roughly 55% ownership of it. The deal is expected to close in the first half of 2027. Olin's Winchester ammunition plant in East Alton is not impacted. ABC News has learned of a foil plot to attack the UFC matches over the weekend on the White House lawn. Sources tell ABC News that the alleged plot involved using drones equipped with explosives. More from ABC News Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas.
Sources telling ABC News that on Monday,
5 people were detained in connection with the alleged plot, with as many as 23 people allegedly involved. According to sources, suspects allegedly plan to use explosive-laden drones, which would be designed to hit buildings to spur a mass evacuation.
So-called teen takeovers are the top concern right now, not just in our region, but across the country. How do you keep your teenager away?
This is Megan Lynch.
What all the research suggests is that if you can maintain a close relationship with your teen, they're less likely to engage in high-risk behavior.
John Pulse is a psychotherapist and clinical social worker who focuses on teens and young adults. While there's no guarantee kids will avoid all risky behavior, Pulse says sharing a meal, a video game, or whatever you can do to form a closer relationship could make them think twice about choices. Pulse does add, the more attention we give to teen takeovers, the more we fuel them.
Days after broken water mains opened up a sinkhole under the downtown interstate, an aldermanic committee advanced a bill reallocating millions of ARPA dollars, those are pandemic relief dollars, to the water division.
Over $2.5 million would be reallocated from programs such as small business grants, violence prevention, and support care workers. The bill sponsor, Alderwoman Ann Schweitzer, says the water division needs every dollar it can get.
When we think about the rate increases and these capital improvements that are available through ARPA funds and through RAMS funds, it's about creating a package of funding that will be able to address those $700 million of capital improvement needs.
Schweitzer says the funds being reallocated would not have been spent by the December 31st deadline. She and other aldermen hinted there could be more appropriations of funding in the future from unspent ARPA dollars to the water division. Sean Malone, KMOX News.
Housing starts fell well short of analyst expectations for May. ABC's Jim Ryan has the latest from the Census Bureau.
After a steep decline in April, the consensus was for at least a slight rebound in housing starts in May. Instead, the figure fell by another 15% to 1.17 million units. Looking ahead, housing starts might not rise in June either. 10,000 fewer building permits were issued last month compared to the month before.
The Dow from Stifel is up 368 points to 52,039. We've been watching a crash on Brentwood going southbound at I-64. Watch out in that area. Stalled vehicle, 55 south at Merrimack Bottom. Right 2 lanes are closed. Another disabled vehicle, 55 south, the right lane closed at Merrimack Bottom. And a crash on 255 east at Lee May Ferry has the left exit and shoulder closed.
Certainly not hot, but temperatures are a little bit warmer this afternoon. We should top out at 83. The southerly flow kicking up a little bit of wind. Partly sunny skies, maybe a spot thunderstorm. That's just a maybe. Tonight, partly cloudy, 63. Wednesday, partly sunny. A windy day, some wind gust. On Wednesday, could be pushing 40 miles per hour. Be a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around Wednesday, but very limited, 89 degrees. Best chance for showers and thunderstorms will be Wednesday night. Some of those could be on the strong side. Only 70 for the low. Then on Thursday, partly sunny. Here comes that cool northwest breeze again. 79 for the high on Thursday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Their 26-point tune-up, one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorstlewis.com. Cloudy sky, 76 degrees downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Is this what I think it is?
Probably.
Best song ever.
It's going to be hard not to dance. I just saw Kevin Wheeler die a little bit.
A little You don't like bit. This song, Kev?
I died all the way. No.
This song rocks.
Yeah, rocks is not exactly the term I put there.
Boy, I just had a close call.
Yeah?
Yes. Did you guys know?
Did you get asked to perform surgery because you're wearing the collared shirt?
No, I could do that. I could do that.
Oh, you were tapped to run the whole company because of the.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. He looks like a casual CEO, doesn't he? No, you guys know I'm not a tutor. I don't toot much.
I thought you meant like a tutor, like students are under your tutelage.
You didn't do that much either.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Neither.
I do that even less.
Neither,
So
really.
we shouldn't call you Dave the Ripper.
But you don't toot much.
I don't toot much. And when I do, it's a surprise. And maybe it's a collared shirt.
It's a surprise.
On that last break, I got up, went walking, and realized just about the time I was literally 3 feet from Michael Calhoun that not only did I need to toot, I was going to toot.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And my only goal was to just make it past Michael and toot on Sean Malone. And so I wish there were cameras because I just walked through the newsroom like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Just like a wooden boy. Just,
is he a noted farter?
Nothing was moving.
Pinocchio's a crop duster.
That's why he wanted to be a real boy so bad.
He saw the fun the real boys were having playing the fart game.
Man, I've had a turtle head for years. But I made it to the hallway.
All
There you
right.
go.
It's good.
Success.
It's all good. You don't want to toot next to Michael.
I mean, probably don't want to do that next to anyone that's not really part of the game.
I don't want to know what he would do if you did, though. Like, it's best to not.
Maybe he put it in the news.
That would be the greatest thing ever. News plays. Breaking news from the KMOX newsroom. Dave just farted on me.
We have a second
never
sinkhole.
He's a total tutor.
Total tutor.
First the sinkhole, now the stinkhole.
It's all he
Saul
does.
Glover.
Were
He
you
says he rarely toots. Evidence would suggest otherwise.
were you extra especially nervous because you're wearing khakis? They're just less forgiving.
Yeah.
Dave's like, no
if there's
blowout.
if there's a
No
further
blowout.
mistake, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah, it's
That's
escaping.
true. And in shorts, you don't have as much.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's all
protection.
escaping. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't think of these
Yeah.
things.
Now Dave's going to walk around the hallway going, ooh. He's going to be walking around with the clenched cheeks.
That's funny. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. I kind of want to talk about a real thing that I'm interested in. People have their politics, and, I love you because you're conservative. I hate you because you're conservative. But since the UFC match, I don't know if you guys have noted this in social media, but non-Trump people are calling out celebrities who were there. And Nate Bargatze has become the whipping boy.
Really?
Yeah. So if you don't know Nate, he's a comedian. No one knew his name 5 years ago. Now he's like the biggest thing in the world, and he's opening up, theme parks. He's a very clean comedian. I'm going to guess he's on the conservative side, religious. So no surprise to me. But he was at the UFC event with RFK. And people are just dogging him. And, comment section of social media, whatever. But it's just thousands of comments of, I'm so done with this guy. And do you think that's fair? I mean, people are going to do what they're going to do. But, one day it'll be us on the wrong side of things. Like, what do you think?
I mean, people are allowed to spend their money and put their attention anywhere they'd like. And I think for Nate Bargatze, I know kind of part of his persona is like, I'm just a dumb guy and my wife tells me how to do everything. But he's smart enough to know that if you go to that event, there are going to be a lot of people who don't like it. So I just look at the situation going, hey, he made a calculated decision that this was okay for him and he did it. And he's going to deal with the fallout from that.
The subtext to this is that, who just did it? Jelly Roll did it about 6 months ago. Bargatze did it yesterday. The Rock did it yesterday. And they think the defense to this is, hey, I'm just not political. I keep it separate, and blah, blah, blah. And that's really horking people off. And that's a more interesting question to me is in this day and age, 2026, whether it's celebrity or just, Hank down the street, are we no longer really allowed without pushback to just not talk about it? I know, Wheels, you think everything's political and you hate that.
Yeah, I don't judge a performer based on who they vote for or who they align with. But I understand people that do. And if you want to choose to not pay money to see Nate Bargatze or to see, I don't know, who's the most liberal whipping boy, or whoever, it doesn't matter. That's all right. You can choose to do that if it bothers you. Unless the person is just an absolute jerk, one way or the other. And it couldn't matter to me left or right. If that person's kind of a jerk, well then fine. But I mean, I'm not that worried about it.
I think it's also a little unfair to say, like, I'm just not political. But you went to an event at the White House of the most controversial president of my lifetime, at least. Most of our lifetimes, I would assume. And, it was like a birthday celebration for him, and there was lots of controversy surrounding the event. I think it's maybe pretty disingenuous to show up to something like that and be like, why is everybody mad?
Yeah, just be a grown-up.
Yeah, just own your decision. You made the decision. You knew what it was going to be. Like, the idea that you're going to go to an event like this and no one's going to say anything, and in fact, everyone's going to go like, I'm glad you had a good time, Nate. Like, that's not realistic.
Oh, it's fine.
And I support, he should be able to go.
Correct.
It's just, we get into this silly trap of like, I need to do what I want to do, but like, you can't criticize me for it.
Yes.
And it's like, no, everyone has their freedom of opinion and they can post whatever they want about you online, within reason, of course.
Well, it's a similar thing to what we've talked about with the stand-up comics who want to work the edge. Well, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing that on purpose because it's going to make you money.
Yeah.
Because it's your calling card. So then you got to accept what comes with it. If you don't want the criticism, don't do the controversy. I mean, and again, if you choose the controversy, that's fine. If you have an audience that wants it and is going to pay you and that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah. In a related topic, all the polls show that younger people are, out on Republicans and kind of out on the country. But this poll really shocked me. 18 to 29-year-olds. In 2015, 18 to 29-year-olds were asked if they were proud to be an American. 73% said yes. They just did the same exact questionnaire poll, and now it's down to 31% of 18 to 29-year-olds. Only 31% are proud to be American. We can take this anywhere you want, but here's my specific question. People mature. People evolve. I think it was, who said it? If you're young and liberal and you're old and have no heart, you have no brain.
Oh, was it Reagan?
No, it was Churchill. Churchill said it. But what do you think? I mean, that says to me that I'm going to age in a very liberal country.
Why is it liberal to say that you're not proud to be an American?
That's a great question. Yeah. That's a fair question.
I mean, that's unfair because there are plenty of people who vote left who are very, very proud to be an American. I don't think that's like kind of propaganda of like patriot equals MAGA. Like, no, that's not true.
Well, I mean, but the whole premise of MAGA, it literally stands for Make America Great, which means you thought it fell off.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
So you by definition, we're saying that America was not great before.
Yes.
So why is it illogical that people who see things differently than you would now see this as not great?
I think it might be a mistake to be like, oh, they're young. They're not proud because they're young. Because 10 years ago, the same demographic of people were proud, right? So I find it unlikely that this new batch of young people are just all inherently different. I find it more likely that our culture had shifted in such a way that people are thinking of the country differently throughout all age groups. Mm-hmm. But particularly like young people who are in the midst of taking civics classes and what have you. Mm-hmm. They are just thinking of it differently because life has changed quite a bit in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, even just the USA, I have different feelings about it hasn't affected like my patriotism, but the way I look at our country pre and post COVID, it's just different because I saw what we were capable of. I saw what we weren't capable of. And you just start thinking about things differently and maybe questioning different things.
One thing that I personally really hate, and I've really not heard anyone talk about this, is I hate the fact that MAGA which I'm very against, has very successfully co-opted patriotism, patriot, the American flag, to the point that I love America. I love the American flag, but I don't know that I would display it on my clothes or something, lest people think I was MAGA. Does that make sense?
No one can take the American flag away from me.
Yeah.
If you want to assume I'm MAGA because I'm flying the American flag at my home, like, fine, but I'm not going to let the people.
But you know what I mean, though.
I get what you mean, but it
Patriot
takes,
has become MAGA.
for sure, but it takes reasonable people to just go, yeah, no. It's kind of like, I'm not saying that MAGA is the same as like white supremacists, but remember when it was like white supremacists, they're going to take over New Balance sneakers. Those are the official sneakers of the white supremacists. And we all of us who like New Balance were basically like, no, you can't have that.
Yeah.
We're not going to just stop wearing. And then it like that rumor or whatever kind of went away. Like, you're not going to get me to stop flying the American flag.
Yeah, I think the whole fight over patriotism is pretty childish. It feels like the grade school, like my dad could beat up your dad nonsense. Why can't everyone have their own way of being patriotic? I have my way. I don't expect anybody else to be like me. You can be like me or you can be the way you want to be. If you want to wear, a big American flag bathrobe over top of a American flag bathing suit with an American flag hat, carrying an American flag, walking down the street, go for it. But if my version of it is quieter or just more respectful, why is that wrong?
Yeah, it's definitely. And then you get into like the flag code, if anyone's interested in that at all, which discourages you from.
Yeah, you're not supposed to wear clothing with a flag
but
on it.
For some reason, we got all jumbled up, and it's like the more I have it on, the more it means that I love this country. And it's like, wait, you think that just by simply donning the colors, that gives you more credentials as far as like loving our country? It's very, very silly.
Yeah.
It's kind of a waste of a conversation getting into it with someone who truly feels that way, because it's just like, we're not thinking of things in the same way at all. But
yeah. Well, good discussion. I appreciate that. Tell you guys about my friends at Bethesda Health. For those of you who are new to the show, my mom passed away at Bethesda Dilworth. It'll be 2 years, July 26th. And we're only there for 4 or 5 months, but it made a big impression on me, and they took great care of her. And to honor her, I became one of the No One Dies Alone hospice volunteers. This great program that they have there that you can join as well. You can find all the information at BethesdaHealth.org. But having gone through it with my dad back in the late 90s, and he ended up in a not very nice facility in Illinois. Not my call. My mom was, running things back then, and they're, very budget conscious, but it wasn't good and kind of left a mark on all of us, I think. So it was really important to me when it was my mom's time that she go somewhere very good. But I'll be honest, I got lucky with Bethesda. I didn't know that much about them. When at the hospital after she fell, they handed me a piece of paper with 20 names of facilities and star ratings, and Bethesda had 5 stars out of 5, so I picked them, and I got lucky. But now that I know, I'm here to tell you guys that if and when you face the same scenario, whether it's you and you're perfectly capable of taking care of yourself, you're tired of living where you're living and having the upkeep in the yard and whatever it is that bothers you, we have independent living that's gorgeous. 7 different apartment buildings all over town. We have assisted living. We have skilled nursing. We have hospice care. And so what they've offered you, and many, many people have reached out now, is go to BethesdaHealth.org, click on the Contact Us button, fill out a quick little, hey, here's who I am, here's my question, and someone will get right back with you and advise you. If you want, you can hold out and talk to Michelle, who's one of the muckety-mucks there. She's been there 31 years, and she's one of my favorite people there, and she will educate you. She'll hope that you choose Bethesda, but if you don't, you'll part as friends. They are there to help. Go to BethesdaHealth.org.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week, new segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back, we're better. Let's get it.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GAIN to borrow up to $10,000.
Want to hear a shocking statistic? Medical malpractice is the 3rd leading cause of death in America. Don't believe it? Google it. And that doesn't count serious injuries like birth injuries to perfectly healthy children. All doctors wear white jackets, but it doesn't make them all the same. Most medical errors are committed by the same quacks over and over again. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Many hospitals looking for more profits are forcing doctors and their groups to be employees of the hospital or be forced out of their system. It's a troubling trend in medicine. People make mistakes, but medical mistakes are huge and often forever. If you believe your child suffered a birth injury or a misdiagnosis or mistake led to a loved one's death or injury, let our team of medical malpractice lawyers examine your case for free. No recovery, no fee. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
The wait is over. The new Omaha Steak Store is now open in Baldwin at 15305 Manchester Road in Central Plaza. Shop now for 50% off store-wide and enjoy delicious doorbuster deals starting at just $19.99. For more than 100 years, Omaha Steaks has delivered the world's best steak experience. From extra-aged USDA-certified tender steaks to pure ground burgers, air-chilled chicken, premium pork, and so much more. Every bite is handcrafted by master butchers and backed by their 100% satisfaction guarantee. Stop by the new Omaha Steak Store in Baldwin today to discover the Omaha Steaks difference.
Still here, still trusted. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
.223 DGS and KMOX. Rach, you have a Father's Day question?
I do. You see a lot of gift guides around this time of year, like what your dad really wants for Father's Day. And it just got me to thinking about men's presents in general, whether it's Father's Day or Christmas or whatever. These gift guides usually have the same type of things on them. It's like stuff for golf, stuff for barbecue. But my question for you guys is, what is it that you actually want? Like outside of your own, like, you know, if it's something not necessarily like a Bigfoot thing for you, Dave, but like a practical item that you would be pleased to receive that maybe these gift guides are missing. Or if you receive gifts like that, are you ever like, oh yeah, it's the generic Father's Day gift?
Evidently, according to my family, I am the absolute worst person to buy gifts for who's ever lived. Which is amazing to me because I have so many things I'm into. Like just, you know, throw a dart at a dartboard, you know, buy that. I'm also terrible at gift receiving.
Are you?
Because I make you feel like I hate it. And I just can't, I can't control it. But the first thing that came up in my mind is like an electric beard trimmer.
Okay.
Because I'm bald, I use it every day. And I always forget where I put the charger, so I have to keep buying new ones. True story.
So that's kind of falling in line with the type of gifts that these gift guides usually suggest, though, which is like just something practical.
I think I speak for all fathers. whether the child is 3 years old or 30 years old. All I really want is something sentimental. Like Phoebe did a painting for me a couple years ago and then wrote on the back of it something really nice. I'm going to cry. That was fantastic. I would rather have that than all of the beard trimmers in the world. Well, maybe not all of them.
Well, what if it was all of them?
Yeah, maybe I could resell those.
Yeah,
and
you could make
nice
a living
profit.
on that. Yeah.
So screw Phoebe. No, I don't know about you, Kev, but like honestly, I know that's like the politically correct answer, but it's also the real answer.
Yeah, what would be like if there was a gift guide for Kevin Wheeler? Would it match up with these gift guides you typically see?
No, not at all. Not with those.
He wants a razor scooter.
Would it mostly?
I think I'm
pretty
easy. Yeah, I'm pretty easy. I mean, you can buy steaks, you can buy sci-fi stuff, video games, sports. I'm gonna like it. We're pretty much. I mean, my family's good. They know what I like, and and especially Susan. She's super creative about finding cool things that she knows I'm going to like. Like, there's no mystery. It's not. I'm not difficult in that way. Is it? Does your family say it's difficult for you because you buy things you want? And
Probably.
it's hard to find things that you may not have already got for yourself.
And I blow
Because
through
I do
things
that
pretty
too.
quick.
I do that too. But I try to have like a 2-month moratorium around like my birthday or whatever where I don't do it.
Yeah,
I don't always succeed, but I try.
Andrew, you're the father of a little kitty cat.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of things do you like to like when you see those gift guides for men? Do you ever look at it and go like, I don't want this, or does it appeal to you?
Is it just enough for you that she brings you a mouse?
Yeah, it's enough that she brings me mice and lizards with no legs. Ripped off. She's been having a real tough time.
It's weird. Phoebe's panty was of a lizard with no legs.
No, I think most of those gift guides for men are a little bit silly. I mean, it's not unlike when you see like gift guide for women, it's very generalized and it's like
perfume, scarves.
But there's so much more stuff for women. Like,
you're right.
There's like, we like candles, we like this. With men,
I
it's
like
literally
candles.
like barbecue supplies.
Yeah, those are good. I
golf,
like those.
And then like the sports team is on the hat, and it's like, okay, well, what else? We can't think of anything else.
Well, that's part of the problem, right? Like, it's one thing if you're like, it's Father's Day, so you have to buy gifts for someone else's father. Like, it's your dad.
Yes.
Or your, mom or your loved one, whatever that you're buying for. You should, just use your head. Like, your dad. Get him something that he would like. Don't look at a silly, like, generalized gift guide or whatever.
Word.
The thing that you need in the morning, when you first wake up.
Total Information AM.
I like to be informed with the news and like to know, like in the mornings, I like to know what's going on.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
It's always smart to know what's going on.
Your morning news and information.
The national and local news.
Weather.
Sports.
I like the traffic reports.
Total Information AM.
I listen to it in the mornings, so it really gets me going.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9 on the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
If you suffer from burning, tingling, or numb feet, pay special attention as we discuss neuropathy with Dr. Patton, D.C. Doctor, what is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is nerve damage to the feet and legs.
What are the symptoms?
The symptoms are numbness, burning, tingling, pain, and loss of balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It's absolutely treatable, and we have amazing results.
If you have burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands or balance issues, call us at Comprehensive Integrated Health today for a nerve damage screening. The screening will tell if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our cutting-edge treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 10 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Call 636-355-8662. 636-355-8662 for your free nerve damage screening. 636-355-8662.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Scott Credit Union.
Certainly not hot, but temperatures are a little bit warmer this afternoon. We should top out at 83. The southerly flow kicking up a little bit of wind. Partly sunny skies, maybe a spot thunderstorm. That's just a maybe. Tonight, partly cloudy, 63. Wednesday, partly sunny. A windy day, some wind gust. On Wednesday, could be pushing 40 miles per hour. Be a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms around Wednesday, but very limited. 89 degrees. Best chance for showers and thunderstorms will be Wednesday night. Some of those could be on the strong side. Only 70 for the low. Then on Thursday, partly sunny. Here comes that cool northwest breeze again. 79 for the high on Thursday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Teachers, healthcare workers, first responders, and military, this one's for you. Scott Credit Union's Community Heroes program offers special financing on homes, autos, and more. It's our way of saying thanks. Visit scu.org today. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 415767. Terms and conditions apply.
When you want a brand new kitchen, there's nothing to it. There's a brand new way to do it. 3-day kitchen and bath. It's all about time.
Save time and money.
Do it now, don't wait till later. Call the top-notch renovator. It's about time.
3 days or less.
At 3-day kitchen and bath.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond. Their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here.
Today, the Cards, the Padres.
Ameren Total Access 550. First pitch 6:45.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Our conversation with Ricky Horton is sponsored by Rawlings. Visit the Rawlings Experience at Westport.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Time to talk to our pal Ricky Horton. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Dave. Good to chat with you. Boy, your voice sounds familiar. Have we met?
I got to tell you guys something. This will come as no surprise to anyone because Ricky's a professional athlete. Brother can play some golf.
Yeah.
He can hit the ball really far.
Well, for my age, maybe. I mean, don't sign me up on a tour anywhere soon, but we had fun today. It was great.
Yeah, you played really well today. I mean, and Ed Curtis, everyone knows Ed. He's like the mayor of St. Louis town. 84 years old and outplays all of us by a pretty good margin.
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
he's my muse. He's my goal. I want to be. When you have the kind of the athletic kind of fire in you, you want to find something you can keep working at when you get older. And Ed's a good example of. And there are others like that. And I know some folks where I play at Whitmore that are like that. They're playing into their 80s, and it's like, you know what? That's a nice pursuit to be able to kind of just do something that you're passionate about, and you want to keep trying to get better at. I mean, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, Ed hosted us this morning out at Far Oaks in Caseyville. I'd never been there before. Beautiful course. Can't wait to play it again. Rick, we were talking about this on the course today. Last night with Dustin May was not only one of the best games ever and just super exciting, and it's just right on brand for this year's Cardinals, but something tells me some money is going to exchange hands at some point in the future based on last night, whether we're going to pay him or someone else is going to pay him, but good on him.
Well, he does have big hands, and I think he can hold a lot of money. And honestly, if it's, whether they Venmo him or however they pay him, no, I think it was a great great day for him, clearly, but it hasn't just been this day. He's pitched really well, and so I'm excited for him. I think he's showing, what he was kind of meant to be if he was healthy for a prolonged period of time. Really hasn't happened much for him. The Cardinals have given him a chance to flourish, which I think he appreciates that too. So, that's what you want. You want it to be win-win for everybody. Here's a guy that, needed the chance. The Cardinals needed a guy like him, and so it just fits.
And the good thing about it, there are a couple levels to it, Ricky. Obviously, you can build the relationship and the player wants to stay and you can keep him around. But you also can build the reputation for helping people get back on track, which is something that Tampa Bay, Milwaukee, and some others. And let's be honest, that was Dave Duncan, right? For a long time, the Cardinals knew exactly what that looked like. That reputation is a good one to have.
So we just played two teams. Actually, I think we played three teams in the last month. I have to think about who the other team was. I know the Mets were one, the Twins were another, where 3/5 of their rotation is on the injured list. So think about that.
Yeah.
So if you are a player that's going to be a free agent and you hear that the Cardinals went through the entire 2025 season and had one injury to a pitcher, and it was their calf, on going to field a bunt, which has nothing to do with arm injury, you're going to say, this is an organization that takes care of pitchers. And I think the same is true. So I think Ollie and Dusty Blake and the entire staff, the medical staff, is showing something for a potential signee. And whether you're talking about a big-name free agent or even a marginal guy that wants to kind of get his career going again, St. Louis is, I think, developing that reputation as a good place to come, to get back on track, to feel like you're going to be protected. Stephen Matz said that while he was here. He said, boy, the Cardinals were great to me to get me back on track.
It's an interesting dynamic with Dustin May, Ricky, because if this were a normal offseason upcoming and we weren't looking at a lockout, I would think he would have a pretty strong market. Maybe not he's not going to be the 5, 6, 7 year guy because of his health history, but probably looking at a strong 3 or 4 year contract at a lot of money. But because of the labor uncertainty, we don't know if there's going to be a cap or not a cap. When that ends, there's probably only going to be a couple of weeks before players need to report. It could be chaos. I wonder if that circumstance opens a door for the Cardinals and he to maybe say, maybe we could do something for next year or a year after that so we don't have to deal with all that chaos.
I think the options are all open. And it always depends. Every deal is predicated, as we always talk about, kind of make me an offer I can't refuse.
Right.
And if somebody really needs pitching. Oh, the Padres, another example. 3/5 of their rotation is out also. So, Padres are still in it. They're competing against the Dodgers, of course, but they have so much money invested in where they are now. They may want to spend more just to kind of make that work.
Right.
And, I could see that as a landing spot for somebody like Dustin May. I'm not saying he's going there, or I'm not predicting that. I'm just saying there's a lot of teams that might kind of go in that direction. And so, honestly, the doors, all kinds of doors are open, whether it's kind of stay the course, double down. The Cardinals could do a lot of different things over the next 2 months.
Rick, we had a really interesting conversation today out on the course. When you think about a baseball team, any given year, you know who the cast of characters are. You got your grizzled veterans, and you got your young guys and your rookies. And this year we don't. And you're talking about what a absolutely delightful clubhouse it is this year.
Yeah, and we specifically were talking about Ryan Stanek, and we started a conversation. There were others asking about Ryan Stanek and kind of how he's pitching. He had a bad day the other day, but he came back, and mostly he's been really good in the last three weeks. But part of the whole get of Ryan Stanek was the Cardinals identified him as a guy that could really be and again, they didn't want to go with 5 guys like this because they're going young, but at least somebody who could kind of help model kind of what it means to be a big leaguer. And he had a great reputation as being a fun and good teammate and a guy that would shepherd people. So, his value transcends kind of what he does on the field. And so, but again, if you don't have a good clubhouse, it doesn't work. And for the Cardinals this year, having a good clubhouse has really been a lot of a burden on the coaching staff. And the Cardinals coaching staff has expanded. I don't think there's not enough conversation going on about the fact that, Dusty Blake has an assistant now, and Brant Brown has an extra assistant now in the hitting coach area. So you're talking about several more layers of coaches. The Cardinals were way behind on that, way behind in the minor leagues. And so when they invested, they didn't invest in free agents. They invested in coaches to help young players be better, and that has really worked well.
Ricky, not long ago, when we're going back to the range of the 2011 World Series, there was a lot of Memphis Mafia there, right? It was the John Jay, Matt Adams, Daniel Descalso. Well, those guys are on the coaching staff, or at least two of them are on the coaching staff now, but there are some similarities. You have a lot of guys on this team that played together in the minor leagues, either for long periods of time or short crossover stretches. I wonder how much that plays into it, because you got a little bit of a Memphis Mafia thing going on in that clubhouse right now.
Yeah, and I'm always afraid to use Memphis Mafia because I grew up in New York, and that's always the word I'm afraid to say. But I do think that there's some reality to that. You're building a young, and we might say core now. I mean, so what was the Memphis Mafia? It was a bunch of young players that all matured at the same time.
Right.
So we had a Louisville Mafia. Again, I'm going to use that word carefully, but we had a Louisville group that was the same. It was Terry Pendleton and Todd Worrell and Ken Daly and Vince Coleman. I mean, but what we're saying by that phrase now, and we've come to understand that, is a bunch of young guys that are maturing at the same time. And 1985 worked out great. We were predicted to come in last place in 1985. And all of those guys kind of matured at the same time. And Danny Cox, Kirk Capshire, I mean, you could name a lot of people, Tom Nieto, a lot of people all of a sudden got better at the same time. And that's what's happening with this Cardinal team. How far will they go? Who knows? That's always the joy of baseball. You got to wait and figure it out. But I think that philosophy is something that Tampa Bay has used in the past. I'm very familiar with that. Like get a core bunch of guys play and have them mature at the same time and see what happens.
Fascinating stuff. All right, Ricky, let's talk real quick about Andre Palante. We've spent a lot of time, and I mean we, like me and Bernie and Matt Pauley and all that, we've been talking a lot about Leahy and Liberatore and their struggles, but I think with Palante pitching tonight and the fact that he has made such a turnaround from where he was last year. Now, it looks a lot like 2024, but he was very good in 2024. And I'm just curious what you see as the difference between him last year and him now.
It's a great question, and I think to kind of add to this, early in spring training, the question is Palante the fifth starter or not?
Right.
I mean, that's how concerned we were. So he's made great strides to amplify your point. I just think his command is better. He's more strike one. He's more together. He's more repeatable with his delivery. He's not spiking curveballs in the dirt.
Yeah.
I just think he's got more command of his stuff, and that's just, again, maybe maturity, and some of it's probably mechanics as well.
Yeah, it's just fascinating to watch. His pitch mix changed a bit. He throws the four-seamer a lot less than he did last year, which means more sinkers and more knuckle curves. And to your point, Ricky, that knuckle curve and the slider, those are nasty. He's got two of the better breaking balls in the National League right now.
So when he first started throwing his sinker, 90% of the time it was right at the batter in the right-handed batter's box. I mean, he could not command it. The ball would move like crazy. So he had the idea. He just didn't have the feel of it yet, and he knew he needed that pitch for right-handed batters, and it just wasn't there. So his ability to get righties out with both the sinker and the slider,
We got you back?
Yeah.
We lost you for a little bit for a second there, but you were making the point about the ability to attack righties and lefties with different stuff.
Yeah, the sinker slider thing has really worked for him, and we'll blame Highway 40 on that problem. But losing, which we've all done. Anybody that's lived in St. Louis, but yes, the sinker slider mix against right-handers has made him the pitcher that he is right now.
All right, buddy. We will be listening to you, and we will talk to you on Thursday.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, guys.
All right, pal.
Cardinals fans, this is Ricky Horton. Have you ever had a dream of meeting your favorite former Cardinals? You can make those dreams come true all season long with St. Louis Cardinals alumni experiences. You can join me and other former Cardinals players at events including Cardinals Conversations, Fans at Bat, Turn 2 with Ozzy, Cardinals Kids Clinics, and Cardinals Fantasy Camps. Don't miss your chance to make lifelong memories. Visit cardinals.com/alumni for more information.
If you're craving baseball conversations about your favorite players, alumni, and franchise memories, you'll love that Cardinals Magazine is dedicated to the stories that matter most to you. From Gold Gloves to championship rings, from the Wizard and Willie to Albert, Yachty, Uncle Charlie, and well beyond, their careers define our pages. Treat yourself or a friend to a subscription today at cardinals.com/magazine. Cardinals Magazine, past, present, and future, it's all here.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Tell you guys about my friend Susan L. Ward. Susan's there for you if you're going to be getting divorced or if you are divorced and someone is taking you back. It's called a modification. And that used to be, about a third of the cases I would get, that you get divorced and you have all your paperwork and then either someone leaves something out. We didn't say who was going to pay for college. We didn't say this. We didn't say that. Or something changes. You know, they hit the lottery. They married a multimillionaire. They lost their job. I am disabled now. Anything involving you and a divorce, whether you're heading to it or it's in your rearview mirror, but it seems to be rearing its head again, you can't do better than Susan L. Ward. As I always say, talk to your best friend, talk to your pastor, talk to your priest, talk to a counselor, but you haven't done what you need to do until you've spoken to a really, really good divorce attorney, and that's Susan. She has offices all over Missouri, 314-783-9400, stlfamilylaw.com.
Grab your shades, your float trip gear, and join us June 17th for Chris and Amy Day at Busch Stadium.
We'll be broadcasting live from the Mississippi Yacht Club pop-up bar outside Gate 1, hanging with fans and serving up some fun behind the bar.
Live music, Fred Bird special guests will all be there. Plenty of chances to stop by and say hello.
Plus, you can sit with fellow Chris and Amy listeners in our special section for just $15.
June 17th.
Chris and Amy Day at the ballpark, $15 tickets.
Get your tickets now, cardinals.com/Chris and Amy.
Go Cards.
After a disaster, emotional recovery takes time. Show Me Hope Missouri is here for you with free confidential support. Counselors help with stress, coping skills, and connect to resources. If the St. Louis tornado impacted you, visit moshowmehope.org from Missouri Department of Mental Health.
As dads, it's our job to capture as many memories with our kids as possible. It's also our job to embarrass them, and if we're lucky, we get to do both. That's why I'm thankful my son created Legacy Box, the world's largest digitizer of home movies and photos.
And I'll never recover from the time you showed up to my middle school dance to disco in front of everyone. Thanks, Dad. But he's right. Simply fill your Legacy Box with your old VHS, camcorder tapes, film reels, and photos, and we'll do the rest.
And in just a couple of weeks, you'll get your originals back, along with a DVD, thumb drive, or cloud delivery. Stuff that even an old man like me can figure out.
Plus, for a limited time, we're offering a special Father's Day sale.
Go to legacybox.com/radio to get an incredible deal. Buy today to take advantage of this limited offer. Go to legacybox.com/radio
to get started and save.
legacybox.com/radio.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. This song was just voted top 10 drum intros of all time. Which I'm not fighting. Like, I think Gina Shock's a great drummer. It's the simplest. I could teach anyone to play this in 5 minutes, which just goes to show you how important it is as any musician, but especially as a drummer, just to play for the song, right? Like, that's as simple as it gets, but that's the perfect intro. Anywho, you know how I'm kind of obsessed with, like, half the population doesn't have an inner monologue, and I just learned a couple new facts like that. Evidently, about half the population, like, when I close my eyes, I see things. I see black, of course, but I always see patterns, and some people don't. And this new one, I always sneeze when I look at the sun.
Yeah.
And evidently that's genetic. Like, some people don't have that response.
Yep.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Do
It's
you
a good
sneeze when
thing,
you look
though,
at
when
the-
you feel like you have a sneeze and you have a solution.
Yeah. Yeah, I can look at the sun, or there's a place on my
Bright
nose
lights.
I can push,
Yeah.
and it makes me sneeze.
Yeah, a bright light will work, too.
Do you sneeze at the sun?
I don't look at the sun. It's bad for your eyesight.
You got to
Well,
sneeze sometimes.
you don't really look directly at it. You kind of look in that general vicinity, and then,
I try to avoid that.
yeah. You're not staring at the sun.
I guess I'll try it next time I go outside.
Just do it now. It's right there.
Because I think, isn't it like the sunlight getting in your nose that does it?
Yeah,
I don't think it's your eyes, because I've done it with the eyes closed a little bit.
Oh, is it because you're so the sunlight getting in your nose
I
is
don't
because
know.
you've raised
Yeah,
your
I'm not
100%
100%.
up?
I'm not 100%. My
know.
dad used to think say I was allergic to the sun because I would sneeze in the sun.
That's the first normal thing you do.
What, sneeze in the sun?
Yeah.
Yeah, something's got to be normal.
Something is similar between us now. So you saw Disclosure Day.
Yes.
Before you even tell me, let me guess. Every now and then, on like a Sunday, I will watch an 80s or 90s movie just for the feel of it. And when I do, it's always like, oh, isn't that cute? We thought that was exciting back then.
Right.
And this is what I'm gathering about Disclosure Day when Janelle said on day one, like, it's kind of for an older crowd. Like, it feels like Spielberg made an 80s movie in 2026.
Yeah, it's a reboot of Close Encounters with some slightly different things.
Yeah.
You know, it's not terrible. I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad I saw it in the theater too, because it's a cool visual in some of the scenes and some of it. But it's like, clearly Steven Spielberg still thinks it's 1985, because it's got a lot of the old tropes.
Yeah.
You know, the rich company with all the resources. Well, they're actually just a bunch of idiots. You know, like, they can't figure out the most basic things.
Yeah.
And it's just like nothing but, you know, smart people doing dumb things, which is super frustrating. Yeah, but it is very much an 80s thing, right? Like, in the 80s, they were always painting authorities as dummies and, you know, parents as dummies. And it was just very much an 80s thing, I think, just as a way of being different than previous generations.
Did it move your needle at all on the topic of aliens?
Not really, no. There were some neat Easter eggs that I thought were cool for people that are like, where they threw in little references. And you're like, I get that one. I got that one. Because they reference a name. So just as, I don't think this is a spoiler, but they referenced a legend of a president bringing a celebrity to a hangar on an Air Force base.
I know that story.
Yeah, you know that story.
Yeah.
And that's in there. Like, there's a little video of it. I was like, I know that.
Yeah.
So there are a few of those cool things.
Do you guys know that story? The story is that Nixon brought Jackie Gleason
to Homestead Air Force
Base and showed him aliens.
Yes.
And Gleason talked about it later in his life.
Yep.
And it evidently effed him up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that is a definitively proven story.
Sure, yeah.
But it's a story, and it's been out there for decades.
There's also a story that you can find in multiple sources that supposedly they have a couple of talks with new presidents. They don't do it all at once.
Mm-hmm.
And when they had the alien talk with Jimmy Carter, he was devastated and couldn't stop crying. That's a story from the Secret Service.
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
I didn't view anything with this movie as particularly influential or moving or game-changing. I don't know why Spielberg thought it was, but again, I think it's just proof that he's still living in the past.
Yeah.
I saw one line. This is definitely not a spoiler, but it's definitely a sign of that whole 80s thing.
Yeah.
Basically, this was a tweet, so I don't know who to credit. It's just a random tweet, but they said basically, yeah, everyone in 2026 waits to learn everything on the TV news. And like, yeah, it's not really. That's kind of like why did you make that a central premise of the movie? And it is. It's a central premise.
I've seen
of
that
it.
criticized a lot.
And it's like, bro, it's 2026.
Yeah.
Why does this have to revolve around local TV news?
Yeah. Remind you guys that Universal Windows Direct always has a special deal for DGS listeners. Right now, it is you buy 4 windows, you get 4 for free, so 50% off. 48 months, 4 years of interest-free financing, same as cash. I love those, by the way. I think those are just great. Whether it's a car or it's an air conditioner or it's your windows or siding, I really appreciate 0% financing. That's a happy trigger for me. That will half the time make me buy whatever you're trying to sell me. So 48 months, same as cash. Buy 4, get 4 for free. Lifetime warranty, lifetime guarantee, a 20-year warranty you can pass on to whoever buys your house down the road. Nice little closing thing. 314-334-2522, universalwindowsdirect.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.
Hey guys, Kevin Wheeler here. I want to tell you about Burn Balance Complex, which you can pick up at supplement superstores. And what Burn Balance Complex is very simple. It is a complete metabolism system, and it's all natural. So it's a great all-natural weight loss option if you're someone that doesn't want to go get a prescription, if you don't want to get injections, if you don't want to do any of that stuff. This is a great option. In fact, it's the best option out there on the marketplace. What it does is simple. It boosts your metabolism, which gets your body working with you in this effort to burn fat. Right? If your metabolism isn't working at its peak, well, that process is going to be slower. You don't see results. You don't get the reinforcement. And that's the thing I can tell you from firsthand experience. I started with Burn Balance Complex right when it was released. And it's one of the things you notice is that you get the positive feedback early. Getting the positive feedback makes it easier from a psychological standpoint. Like you're seeing the benefits. All right, I feel better. I look better. And it all comes with this very simple process, right? Your metabolism gets boosted. You get a little bit lower stress levels, reducing the cortisol levels, which can help with better sleep and a calmer mood. Sleep is a big deal for recovering from workouts and things. You get appetite and craving control, all-day focused energy with no jitters and crash. It's really the perfect package to make reaching your goals easier. It's not magic. You don't just take Burn Balance Complex and reach your goals. You got to do the work, but this makes doing the work easier. So go to Supplement Superstores, lay out what you're looking to do, tell them Kevin Wheeler sent you, and they'll knock 30% off the Burn Balance Complex. And, of course, you can find your location at supplementsuperstores.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage. There was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-329-1010. That's 1-800-329-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's 1-800-329-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
It's 3 p.m. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, we've got clouds. Right now, 77 degrees downtown at the Arch. The deputy head of the Secret Service insists the UFC fight at the White House was never at risk. That as federal authorities charge suspects with plotting to attack it.
Officials say multiple suspects in multiple states were involved in the plot to target the UFC fight. Secret Service Deputy Director Matthew Quinn told reporters.
It was an active plot, and it's ongoing.
Quinn says the plot involved the purported use of drones and snipers. But noting that not all the suspects were yet in custody, the Deputy Secret Service Director pointedly said this.
In order to maintain the integrity of the investigation and the security plan, we chose not to leak it.
The remark's been read as a criticism of FBI Director Kash Patel, who announced the first arrests online. Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Security measures for the World Cup venues have been in the works for a year. That's according to Rich Frankel, former special agent in charge of the FBI in New York, who tells KMOX the efforts have involved coordination between FIFA, local, state, and federal law enforcement, and even the military.
So it's been an ongoing effort at each stadium to have their own plan in place as to how to best protect the public and the athletes, but all using basically like the same basic game plan to go forward.
Frankel says the use of AI and drones is greatly improving security efforts at large stadiums where it is more difficult to monitor potential threats. A serial rapist from Baldwin is going to prison for the rest of his life.
I've been here 19 years. I've never seen a sentence like this.
Yahya Malley was sentenced today to 291 years for assaulting 7 women he'd met through online dating. The 30-year-old lured them to his apartment one at a time. Some testified they went back more than once, believing the first attack had been a misunderstanding. Prosecutors had offered Malley a 25-year deal if he'd plead guilty. He turned it down, went to trial, and a jury convicted him on 17 counts. St. Louis County Prosecutor Melissa Price-Smith.
This is a great day. There is finally justice for these women.
Malley maintains his innocence and plans to appeal. If you live in Oakville or Melville, St. Louis County Police are investigating a series of car break-ins. In one incident, a firearm was stolen.
Captain Aaron Rodiger, South County Precinct Commander, tells KMOX the break-ins have been happening mainly in apartment complexes in South County.
Where individuals were going through cars and stealing items out of them. They were going into both unlocked cars and also breaking out windows.
Now, you've heard it many times, but police say do not leave valuables inside your vehicle. And if you have had your car broken into before, Captain Rodiger says do not leave your car doors unlocked. Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
Clayton's Olin Corporation is merging with Texas chemical maker Huntsman and moving its headquarters to the Woodlands, Texas. The new company will be called Olin Huntsman. The deal should close by mid-2027. Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. We go to Stiefel and Scott Bedell. Scott?
Good afternoon, Michael. Hello, everyone. The Dow Jones Industrial Average crossed the 52,000-point level for the first time and finished higher by 331 points, or just about 0.2% to 52,002, a new all-time high. The Standard & Poor's 500 index, however, was lower, slipping 0.6% to 7,511, while NASDAQ lost a little bit more than 1%, closing at 26,376. The Bloomberg St. Louis Stock Index was higher by 1 point, finishing at 1,696. Checking on some stocks of local interest, a little bit more than 1% at $82.35. Stiefel Financial added 1.5% at $74.26. Energizer up 1.25% to $20.38. As heard earlier on KMOX, St. Louis will be losing another corporate headquarters as Olin is merging with Huntsman out of Texas. Olin stock losing a little bit less than 6% at $23.81. And finally, Caleres down 4.75% to close at $13.39. This has been Scott Bedell from Stifel Financial, member SIPC and New York Stock Exchange. For more information on our firm, please visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got a disabled vehicle, 6440 going westbound at Boone's Crossing. That's on the right side.
Thanks to the southerly flow, we're a little bit warmer today, but certainly not too bad for this time of year. Partly sunny, bit on the windy side, maybe a spot thunderstorm. 83 for the high. Tonight, partly cloudy, 63. Wednesday, cool front getting closer and closer, but we're ahead of the front all day. Partly sunny, a windy day. We could see some wind gusts pushing 40 miles per hour on Wednesday. Couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, but I think during the day Wednesday, it's quite limited. 89, so it's kind of warm and humid. Wednesday night, the front presses in. Scattered showers and thunderstorms around. Some could be strong, possibly severe, though I don't think it's widespread. But 70, that's it for the overnight low. Thursday, the winds turn back to the northwest. Partly sunny, 79 for the high on Thursday. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Right now, downtown at the Arch, we've got sunshine, 78 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Weather sponsored by Renner Garage Door, forward and back, RENNER.
Giddy up! Cardinal Cowboy here. Summer heat can put your garage door to the test. Stay ahead of the game with a Renner Garage Door summer tune-up. Plus, score a free repair or replacement quote and $100 off a new garage door. Forward and back.
RENNER. The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Dave Murray will join us at 3:30. Matt Polly will join us at 4 p.m. Redbird Rush Hour follows that. Boy, that made me sad that Olin is leaving town, because growing up where I did, everyone's dad either worked for Shell or Olin. Like, Olin was just a big deal, you know?
What's that?
It's a company, I don't know, was it headquartered over on the east side? I don't even know, but they made like...
It sounds like it may have been headquartered in Clayton.
Okay.
But I mean, my grandfather worked
they had a manufacturing place over there.
At the Olin plant. Okay. It was a place where dads and grandpas worked, Kevin.
Okay. Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah.
Dads and grandpas
They did dad and grandpa stuff.
Yeah, dads and grandpas did dad and grandpa things.
And it made them real cranky when they came home.
I was going to say, yeah, they didn't seem too happy with the dad and grandpa stuff.
So people who curse have another advantage.
Dude, did you see this? Do you know this story?
I don't.
So this is not brand new, but it's continuing to evolve. But the new research suggests that people who swear frequently live longer.
F yeah.
The reasons are interesting, right? Like the words themselves aren't making you live longer, but the fact that you don't hold back, you don't wear things, you let it out. Essentially, it's stress relief, right? So because
you're going to live to be 200.
Dude,
I was just going to say he's going to live to be.
I might live
1,000.
forever. Now they distinguish though, so maybe this reduces me a little bit, because they're saying it's not about like if you're swearing at people all the time and it's always anger. That's not necessarily what they're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like if you hurt yourself. And the swearing can have pain relief properties, right? I mean, that's something that they've studied for a long time. Like, it actually does feel better to let out the bomb when you stub your toe. It's more about things like that, or being able to communicate effectively, which can lead to reduced stress, right? So there's a lot of levels to it and a lot of layers to it, but I'm running with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to run with it.
Yeah. No other choice.
Yeah. And all those people that want to, like, don't ever swear. Well, enjoy dying before me.
Yikes.
I'm definitely...
Just kidding.
You guys know, like, I'm no stranger to swearing. I do it from time to time off the air. But I have a hard time with these studies where it's like, actually, it means you're way smarter than everyone else if you swear all the time. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to need to see the actual
It also means you're more
that.
honest.
No, it doesn't.
It does, according to science.
According to, like, a handful of studies. It
wow,
doesn't
you're
mean
really
you're
being a wheeler right now.
Well, it doesn't mean so. Okay, so
no, I was about to say the same thing.
Just because you swear, that makes you smarter.
It's not because you swear. It's a sign of your intelligence. It's not the cause of it.
Yeah, doy.
I know it's not the cause of it. That's why I'm saying I think these studies are stupid. I don't see how the two things correlate.
Exactly. If it's not the cause of it, then it absolutely does not matter it's no sign of intelligence at all whether you cuss or not.
Yeah, it's immaterial. It doesn't detract from your intelligence.
If it doesn't cause or detract from your intelligence, then there is actually no practical correlation between whether or not you swear.
I'm sure all the PhDs that study it should learn from you guys.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Then he falls back on I guess you're just smarter than the scientists
Well,
then.
I mean, you're directly contradicting their years of research. They're not just making it up.
Years of research. Yeah, I'm certain.
Oh my God!
I'm about to display my intelligence.
Junior, what do scientists know?
I'm about to display my intelligence.
You need to go work for the FDA.
You're about to get a lot smarter.
I'm about to get a whole lot smarter on the air right about now.
Andrew, let me get RFK on the phone for you. See if he's got any more science to deny.
So why are you rage baiting me?
I reached for my phone like I'm gonna call RFK Jr.
Now you've done it.
like when the parent threatens to call Superman when the kid won't eat his vegetables. He's like, I'm gonna call him. I'm calling him.
Up my phone like I have his number somewhere.
Yes, hello, President Trump. My son thinks cussing doesn't make him smart.
Rach, this isn't going to help your opinion of Wheeler right now.
Oh, no.
He also has fast food news.
He's trying to take my segment. Now I'm about to start cussing.
I did write on there, I
Get
apologize.
Smart.
Yeah, get smart, Rach. Show us your brilliance.
The thing I'm looking at shows that, well-educated people who had large vocabularies were better at coming up with curse words than less educated people. But that doesn't make the curse words made them smart. It just means they were better at using the curses.
Right, that's why it's a sign of intelligence, not your cause of intelligence.
Let me tell you something. Everyone I grew up with in South Roxana was uneducated. And those mofos could cuss. So that made us get rid of. They need to go to SoRox and do another study.
They need a control to the variable.
Maybe they just weren't book smart, okay?
Maybe so.
Maybe they're just real world smart.
It is street smart.
Yeah.
So what's the McDonald's story?
I did not mean to do this. I apologize, Rach. I didn't do this on purpose. It just was thrown at me on Twitter.
Thank you for apologizing.
But the McDonald's is bringing back the fried apple pie. And I think it's terrible because the new one's better.
What's the new one?
The one with the cinnamon on the outside. It's more of a baked crust as opposed to a fried crust. Plus, those old school ones are the hottest things ever to be made in the human history.
Yeah, true.
That filling was the hottest thing. It was molten lava.
I miss the cherry pie.
I do too.
They're bringing it back for the 250th birthday of the United States.
It was all over my Twitter, and I'm sorry I had to put it on the rundown. So I apologize for taking that, but I thought it was important.
Yep, I'm the only one who's ever allowed to share stories like this. So I'm glad we all acknowledge that.
You're in trouble.
She's going to curse me out during the break, boy.
That's such a funny thing for McDonald's to do.
I know.
I don't know.
What you want for your birthday. We know what you want.
You want the 1970s apple pie.
It's a little hard for me to describe why I think that's so strange, but I do.
Because it's a bit presumptuous, isn't it?
It's a bit presumptuous.
We want to honor the country on its 250 years. What will the people want?
Yeah.
I know. I know what to do.
What's more American than apple pie that comes in a little sleeve and it's deep fried?
Well, and McDonald's being we gotta do something for the 250th
right.
Come on,
people. Not like some kind of price deal, right? We're gonna flash back.
That'd be pretty good.
I know. How about
they want a pie that's a little different than the current pie?
Yeah, but the current one is better than the old school one. The old school one wasn't good. It's just old school.
Right.
I like the strawberries and cream one they have. It's pretty good.
Never had that one.
It's okay.
You're not a real patriot, are you, Rach?
No, Rach. Do you love your country or what?
You know what? That's what you guys were saying in the last
come
hour.
On. You don't even choose apple pie? What's wrong with you, communist?
The old apple pie.
Did you even like those apple pies, Dave? Because I never thought they were good, even when I was a kid.
I'm more of a cherry guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian M. says Rachel is going to berate Wheeler over the break about trying to break a fast.
I'm ready for it. I'll just take the beating. It's okay.
Berate is such a strong word.
How about that photo I sent us all yesterday?
Yeah.
From TikTok.
Oh, that was really funny.
2 little babies, little girl baby, and a big chunky red-haired baby. And I said, this is Rach going off on Wheeler for being too loud on the brakes.
It's so good.
And he's like, what?
Like, what did I even do? And she's like pointing at him in an angry face.
Yeah. He did have that. That was is Big John, is that his name? That was Big John.
Yeah, is that his name? The baby that looks like he's 45 years old?
Yes.
He definitely looks it in that
love
picture.
him.
He looks like he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders in that picture.
So J.D. Vance is
Baby John,
actually
Baby John.
regretting something.
What?
Yeah, J.D. Vance has come out, and I guess he wrote this in his book or something. He's has a new book coming out because everybody does. And he said that his childless cat ladies comment was one of the dumbest things I ever said.
I respect that. I'll give credit where credit's due.
Did he actually say, I'm sorry for saying it?
He said he regrets it.
Okay, that's close.
Yeah, he says one of the dumbest things I ever said came when I argued that childless cat ladies across the Democrat Party were running our country into the ground. The comment caused 2 firestorms. The first when I made it, the second years later during the 2024 political campaign. He said it was a boneheaded comment, intentionally and successfully provocative rather than illuminating. So, I mean,
So he said it to piss people off.
Yeah, and I
now
mean-
he's sad that he did that.
I think he regrets. You know, I mean, I would liken it to
Give him
maybe
room to
if-
evolve, Kevin.
Hey.
Maybe, I mean, don't you, when you're in a fight or something,
Of
it's like,
course.
I'm going to say this smart-ass comment, and it's really going to get to him. And then later you're thinking about it, you're like, man, I wish I wouldn't have let that version of myself slip out like that.
Yeah, but say, like, we don't do that, like, on the radio in front of other people.
Do what?
Sometimes you've never said anything on the air
Well, I
you
mean,
regret?
I do that all the time, but
I mean, there's
You say a lot of
man.
things I regret.
Dude, I've said so many things on the air, like particularly when talking about politics, especially back when we were on the old radio station. I wish I could edit that now. And I mean, there's just so many things I just have to chalk it up to, like, I hope everybody knows I didn't mean any harm, but I've said so many things that have done harm. So, I mean, I appreciate him kind of zeroing in on this huge statement he made that did cause such a firestorm during the election. I appreciate that he's able to say, like, yeah, that was stupid.
I do too.
It's refreshing because usually people don't say that. They just go like, yeah, they are ruining the country forever and ever.
okay, ruling that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just saying, because am I terrible for being skeptical because a politician is saying it when he's going to run for president in 2 years?
No.
Because if it was a normal person, I'd probably be like, yeah, good for you. But with anybody in politics, I'm always like, yeah, you're selling a book because you're trying to paint a different picture of yourself going into 2028.
I think that's totally valid. The reason why I'm pleased with the fact that he apologized is because we've just entered this trend where it's like never back down, never surrender, never
that's
admit
true.
fault.
Yeah.
So even if
Yeah.
he doesn't truly mean it, the fact that he's at least going through the motions and showing the decorum of like, hey, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, that is valuable to me.
Yeah.
Fair.
She did that without cussing.
Well, she cussed in her head.
She ain't that bright. Rach made an impression on me yesterday. She sent us a picture of her drinking Gatorade in a can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like we grew up with. And I had, there's a synapse in my brain for canned Gatorade. And it hadn't lit up in 40 years. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, I can taste that.
Oh,
and it
it's so
tastes
good.
different than like Gatorade out of anything else.
I think it tastes amazing. I just like drinking it out of the can. It's so cold.
Yeah.
It's so crisp.
I went on Amazon and bought it.
And I think they only come in the classic flavors, so like fruit punch, lemon,
Right.
lime, orange. Those are the flavors I prefer with Gatorade.
Yeah.
They're like Cool Blast, whatever. They're fine, but this is the good
That's
stuff
Andrew
right
stuff.
here.
That is
Yeah.
me stuff.
And then Dave and I dropped the old man. Remember the glass bottles of
Yeah.
Gatorade?
Yeah, I want to try one of those so bad.
Those were the jam.
That looked amazing.
Of course, you know what? Nothing was better than a Mountain Dew in a cold bottle.
The best ever were
glass bottle.
the tall boys, right?
Yeah.
The tall glass bottles of Coke.
Yeah.
And at the barber shop, they had a machine, and you'd put in a quarter or whatever, and when you pulled it out, it'd make a big ka-chunk sound.
Yep.
Oh, that was great.
Wish
We do forget about how much broken glass was laying around back in the day, too.
You can still wear sandals. It'll be fine.
Are you looking for a podcast about pro football that doesn't put you to sleep with an avalanche of analytics or insult your fandom with brainless hot takes? Well, hi. I'm Dan Hansis.
And I'm Mark Sessler.
Oh, hi, Mark. And we're the hosts of Heed the Call, the NFL podcast you've been waiting your whole life for.
Heed the Call covers every game, every storyline, everything that matters, and we do it all with a touch of mirth.
Football is fun. Why shouldn't your football podcast be the same?
Follow and listen to Heed the Call NFL podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Don't trust your next outdoor project to some fly-by-night company that makes big promises and who knows where they'll be tomorrow. Chesterfield Fence and Deck is the sign you have the very best for 58 years. That shows staying power. What does it take to be a locally owned company for 58 years? Well, it takes satisfied customers and great word of mouth. That's what Chesterfield Fence and Deck has, because it is the sign you have the very best. And when you pay them the money, they build you a quality product that lasts for years to come. That is a real value. So if you are looking to upgrade, maybe you need a new deck, maybe you would like to have a patio, a pergola, a sunroom, a screen room, or maybe you just need a fence or a gate, whatever it is, big or small, Chesterfield Fence and Deck has got you covered. If you mention me, Debbie Monterey, they'll take 20% off your next outdoor project. Visit them in the Chesterfield Valley or online right now at chesterfieldfence.com. Chesterfield Fence and Deck, the sign you have the very best.
Income is the outcome that matters the most in retirement. Join us for Kickin' with the Rickens, Redefining Retirement with Jerry Ricken and Heidi Ricken Provost every Saturday at 3 p.m. right here on KMOX, and get more at rickenfinancial.com.
Built on a century, focused on today. The voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Dave Murray is up next. We'll talk some Cardinals baseball with Matt Pauley in the 4 p.m. hour. What's the deal with nursing home partying?
Okay. I should have grabbed this sound. I just kind of forgot. And I'm reluctant to play it live because I'm worried that this lady is going to cuss. There is a...
Smart. Yeah, I'd say she's a genius.
She is so smart. She is 96 years old. Her name is Lillian Droniak, and she lives in a nursing home in Connecticut. And she has become like a viral star. She has nearly 4 million followers on Instagram alone.
Wow.
And her bio says, I'm a celebrity and a 96-year-old grandma. I can be your grandma, too. So she just posts, like, cute videos, and she has a bit of a persona that she leans into. And recently she posted a clip where she shared a letter that she got from her nursing home telling her that she was going to get kicked out if she doesn't stop the parties. So the letter from the nursing home says parties are not allowed and he cannot serve alcohol to other residents. Letter serves as a formal warning. So she reads the letter on the clip and then she rips it up and then she says, look, I'm 96 years old. I can do whatever I want. I pay $12,000 to live here, and I can party if I want to.
Hell yeah.
My girlfriends are coming over tonight. We're going to drink. We're going to gossip. It's not technically a party, but we're going to get rowdy. I love to party, and you can't stop me.
Why would you want people to stop partying?
Yeah. Right. Especially at that age.
The whole point should be to have as much fun as you can.
What do you think they gossip about? Like Gladys's arm fell off? I mean, what?
One of my favorite storylines in The Sopranos is when Paulie moves his mom into the nursing home and her just kind of navigating the politics of all those ladies there.
Yeah, they won't sit with her.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot going on at those places.
Yeah.
But $12,000, oh my goodness. This got me to thinking, like, why don't... I guess maybe it's not legal, but why don't people just take in elderly people into their home? I mean, $12,000 is a lot more than I make here in a month. So, like, why wouldn't I just take in an elderly person, provide them with round-the-clock care?
Wait, it was $12,000 a month?
Yeah. I mean, doesn't that sound about right, Dave, for a lot of these places?
It makes a lot of sense, yeah.
I mean, that just seems like, it's like, why don't people do that more? I mean, I guess there's probably liabilities, and you obviously have, like, the medical component at places like this, but
yeah,
seems like an idea.
Boy, I want to say something, but it's going to open an old wound.
Uh-oh. Like, for who?
People who ride bicycles on the road.
Uh-oh.
Oh, go ahead.
I just can't take it. Just stop it. Ride in a bike lane. Go to the park. Okay, here's the thing. I never see bicyclists, and maybe it's just me, I never see bicyclists who actually obey the rules of the road. Like, if they're at a red light and they can go, they go. But if you, like, cut them off or if you try to pass them, they get all pissy. It's like, I'm just sick of it.
Well, that is the frustrating part, is when the cyclists want to have it both ways. It's like, if you're obeying the same rules as me, then sure, get mad at me when I step out of line. But yeah, if you're not stopping at the stop sign, you have no moral high ground here.
Plus, you're so slow.
Well, that's my question about it is, are people allowed to just run in the street? And I mean the street where cars go. I'm not talking about your neighborhood street, which would be fine for your bikes, by the way. Go find a subdivision and ride around a subdivision. That's cool. We'll all be all right with that. You know, there are plenty of parks. There are plenty of designated spots. Being out in the middle of the busy traffic, to me, doesn't seem like a very great idea when you're going half the speed of most cars. And if you're running, obviously, you're even slower than that. But, like, I don't know. If I rode that way, I don't think I'd want to ride on the main streets. I would find a different way to do it because I don't trust people. I don't want to get smoked.
Oh, last night, too. Kind of apples and oranges. But when I was leaving, you know, I'm at the very first crosswalk, stoplight on Olive, leaving last night to go home, and green light, and people are going in both directions, and these three dudes come walking across the walkway, screaming and flipping everyone off. And they're like, "Hey, mofo, do you know what a crosswalk is?" And I would have paid $1,000 to have been able to, like, pull over and go, like, you are so stupid. Like, a crosswalk does not defeat a stoplight.
No, you have to stop on the sidewalk.
Yes.
Before and wait till it turns.
Ugh. I'm good. Tell you guys about John Moriarty at E3 Wealth. John was on yesterday, and he's just a great guy. He's a great guy. He's a smart guy. He knows everything there is to know about finances and helping you to plan for retirement. But his real bailiwick is he loves to work with people who own businesses, people who are entrepreneurs. Not only is it more dynamic and I'm sure just more interesting for him, but he can really do some good. And he has met several business owners through the DGS, and he's told me about the meetings, and they just, takes them a while to warm up and to trust John. But once they do, they're like, okay, here are all my different files. Here's what I'm doing. Here's what I think I'm doing right. Here's what I think I'm doing wrong. So if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur and you'd like a little bit of help, reach out to John. Great guy, really smart. E3wealth.com.
Around baseball, questions are being asked.
Why do they win so many one-run games? Why do they win games they shouldn't win?
Is this a rebuild, a reset, or something more?
You think this stuff would be happening?
A win? Burleson and Herrera developing fast enough to change everything in real time? When the day ends, the real conversation begins.
Bernie Miklas, Matt Pauley, Kevin Wheeler hanging out with you talking cards.
Redbird Rush Hour. Weekdays at 5. This is Cardinals Talk that doesn't flinch.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Paramount Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Paramount Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Paramount Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 314-720-8444. 314-720-8444. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 314-720-8444.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
Traffic from the michaelsflooringoutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, downtown this afternoon's looking better than it does during the morning commute. Eastbound 70 backed up east of Salisbury between there and Tucker, getting over to Tucker or the Mutual Veterans Bridge. Obviously, 44 still closed between the bridges. If you're on northbound 170 from Scudder headed up to Hanley, there's a couple of slow spots. Southbound 170 is just off the pace from Olive all the way down to 64. Westbound 64 backed up. Kings Highway out to Clayton Skinker. It's slow from Lindbergh to 270. Then it jams at 270. We have a crash with lane blockage near Maryville Center. And once you get past that point, it opens up until you get to 364. And then it's slow from there out to 70. By the way, westbound Highway 70 has heavy traffic just west of Lake St. Louis out through 61. South 270 approaching 364 to Ladue. 64 down to Doherty Ferry. Then you're home free. Westbound 44 just a little busy in those right lanes at Geyer. Eastbound 64 a little slow at 15th Street. And of course, through 255 to 157. I'm Roger Brand at the michaelsflooringoutlet.com Traffic Center.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
It's 3:32. This time check brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
Grammy award-winning quintet Punch Brothers returns to Powell Hall for a special evening of genre-defying contemporary bluegrass music, featuring the virtuosic talents of mandolinist Chris Thiele, guitarist Chris Eldridge, bassist Paul Cowart, banjoist Noam Pikelny, and violinist Brittany Haas. Punch Brothers creates music and lyrics that are both intellectually daring and emotionally resonant. This is modern string music at its most thrilling, bold, brilliant, and unforgettable. Wednesday, June 24th at Powell Hall at the Jack C. Taylor Music Center. Tickets at slso.org.
Your bathroom should feel less routine and more daily escape. At Michael's Baths, they can transform ordinary bathrooms into a beautiful, comfortable space for homeowners across St. Louis and surrounding areas. And now they're introducing new premium walls. If you love the look of stone without the upkeep, you're going to love this. Sleek, durable, designed to elevate your space. For a limited time, enjoy a free rain shower head or upgrade with safety features like grab bars or a built-in seat. Call Michael's Baths today and schedule a free consultation. 636-775-0800.
If you are looking for a place for independent living for older adults, the place is Fairwinds River's Edge in St. Charles. It was voted U.S. News and World Report's best independent living for 5 consecutive years. They have social events for the residents there, wellness programs. Just go to fairwindsriversedge.com. Schedule a tour and hear about all of the great new updated spaces, all the dining, the social events, the best. fairwindsriversedge.com.
Today, the Cards, the Padres.
Ameren Total Access 550. First pitch 6:45.
Cardinals Radio. 104.1 FM KMOX.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
Welcome back, guys. DGS. Dave Murray joins us, courtesy of the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. Man, did you hit my trigger with guys on bikes? And I say guys on bikes because it almost is 99% guys doing it.
Yeah.
Really messing things up.
But you got to love the sweet uniforms they're wearing.
Yeah, they do look.
no,
they
you
do
don't.
look sexy. Nothing like a
glad
58-year-old
you're
guy looking like a 10-pound sausage in a 5-pound skin.
Should I be wearing a wrestling singlet when I'm working out so I can be like the pros?
No, don't want to see that.
No, you don't. Glow in the dark.
Is that a big thing out in Laguna, Dave?
Yeah, what? It's electric bikes are now being added
my
to it
gosh,
because
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
even worse. But it turns out that, and I think it's California, just not Laguna, is that a person on a bike can roll through a stop sign if there's nobody coming through, if there's no car. And that's what makes it a little bit weird.
Yeah.
If you're in a crosswalk and you're coming over, these people go blowing through it. They don't care.
Yeah.
They just don't care
Yeah.
about it. Now, crosswalks, another thing, is that you can enter a crosswalk at any time and people have to stop. And you have to wait until they get all the way across.
Mm.
And most of the people that I observe are walking like this. They're on the sidewalk, their heads in their phone, and they just step right into the crosswalk and go. And that's why in Laguna we lose about 6 or 7 people a year on crosswalks.
Oh man.
I was going to say, think of the people who've lost their lives, people who have had their cars totaled. And look, I'm in a glass house. I'm not above looking at my phone when I'm driving, but I have never put the phone up on my steering wheel like I see a lot of people doing.
Oh, yeah.
That's nuts. Dave, I see that your governor's wife is being investigated by the feds.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, the Newsom is very upset.
Yeah, it's interesting. It seems like they're just poking around trying to find something rather than like they're aware.
Oh, they'll be able to find
that's
stuff.
being
I
committed.
guarantee that.
Are they kind of
I
dirty,
think that's
Dave?
the problem. There's a lot of problems. There's just a lot of problems.
I'm Googling it now. Newsom crime family.
I mean, I think you could pretty much launch this kind of investigation into any significant level politician and find
I think
stuff.
you're right. I think you're right.
I mean, if you were to dig into pretty much anybody of significance, I'm not talking about your local mayor, but maybe. But I'm talking about the high level. I'm sure you'd find something on almost everybody.
Yeah. Yep. Dave, as you well know, tomorrow is dividing everyone on it's going to be the worst storms of all time. And
didn't we hear this like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
They were horrible. Now, okay, 2 things coming up with the weather. It's nice this evening. It's nice overnight. It's nice tomorrow morning. Most of tomorrow is nice, other than that it's going to be warm. It's going to be humid, 93 degrees, but it's going to be very, very windy, not associated with thunderstorms. This is a strong south to southwest flow. Wind gusts could be 40, maybe even 50 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. But don't go looking for thunderstorms because they won't be there. This is just a wind. So some tree limbs could come down. Some power lines could come down. Really tricky driving on the highways, blowing trash cans, that kind of stuff. The cool front comes in tomorrow night. That's where the showers and thunderstorms are. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are prime time, 6 p.m. to midnight. It's not going to be raining that whole time. That's the time that the best chance for showers and thunderstorms. Some of the storms could be strong to severe. The major severe weather outbreak is going to be primarily along and north of a line from, let's say, Hannibal, Quincy, over to Springfield, Illinois. So you get up northeast Missouri, west central Illinois. Major tornado outbreak possible there tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Could we see very heavy rain? Yes. Could we see lightning? Intense lightning? Yes. Could we see strong damaging winds? Absolutely. We're going to have winds of 40 to 50 before this front even comes in. Be easy to get some damaging winds out of it. Is it for everybody? I don't think so. But tomorrow evening is an evening to kind of pay attention to the weather.
Okay. Excellent. Dave, when it's 93 degrees and a southwest wind blowing at 40, does that cool you off, or is it like a furnace?
93 isn't super, super hot. If we were 100 degrees, I would say it's just blowing the furnace around, but it will cool you a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. You should watch the Cardinals game on television tomorrow and look for me and Rach in the 6th row behind home plate.
I will do that.
Excellent.
Ooh, right.
I'll give you a sign.
In the expensive seats?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. Rachel, I want a sign. Say, hi, Dave.
I'll hold it up the whole time.
Yeah, that's right.
You'll be able to pick me out because I'm wearing a halter top.
Wait,
A collared halter top.
Is that the same as a tube top?
Oh, no.
No?
They're quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why he wants me to bring sunscreen.
That's right.
I'm going to be showing some skin.
I'm going to be out there.
Dave going to rock the half shirt?
I'm out there, Jerry. Yeah, but I'm rocking the lower half. Free the nipple. Just one, though.
Hey, tarp's off.
Tarp's off. Yeah, why not? Oh, by the way, speaking of the tarp, take the friggin' tarp down on the Kennedy Center. Are you just a baby? Because they took Donald Trump's name off, then they covered it with a tarp, and now his name's gone, and they're keeping the tarp up. The tarp's still up there, as far as I know. And people are going to visit and look at the Kennedy Center. They got a big tarp up. Why? Why?
So are they going to try to appeal and get his name back on there? Or?
Oh, they're being way essier than that. They are the internal people that, Trump appointed. They're saying, we're going to give back all of our donations because people were donating because of Donald Trump, and it's going to bankrupt the Kennedy Center, and they're just being real crappy about it.
Now, is the name actually down, or is the tarp covering it up?
No,
just in case the appeal goes through.
We only know that it's down because an official of the Kennedy Center signed an affidavit saying it's down. But
okay,
yeah,
okay.
So, anywho, headlines, Rach.
Yes, I want to start with a local story. Congratulations to Chef Lauren Knowledge of Balkan Treat Box. She just earned the James Beard Award for Best Chef in the Midwest.
Excellent.
Super exciting. I was fortunate enough to interview Lauren last year because she was also nominated last year for a James Beard Award. Incredible person, sweet as can be.
Heard she's really sweet.
She is so, I just loved being around her. I loved talking to her. Her story with her husband is just incredible, and they've built this thing together, and it's very, very cool to see this happen for them.
And
That's
people
great.
need to realize how hard that is to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, so congratulations to her.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. The World Cup could cost U.S. employers quite a bit of money this summer. If every employed American who enjoys soccer took a single day off to watch a match, the cost to U.S. employers could reach $30 billion in lost productivity.
Damn.
They always do stories like this around March Madness, too.
Right. Yeah.
Well, here's what I'm trying to get my head around, though, because when they do those things, I've never had anybody answer me this. Nobody gets extra vacation days, right? So you're going to take them at some point during the calendar year.
I was about to say that.
So what's the net difference if you're taking vacation days then versus
Plus,
in November?
Most of us, let's be honest, you won't miss us for a day. Right?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Very few of us are doing something that at the end of the day they're like, thank God you were here.
So one of the things they're citing, or one of the things they're factoring in are things like, oh, I took a long lunch to finish the match, then that becomes a long afternoon, and then you lose network traffic. So it's less like, oh, this one individual didn't show up, and it's more like all of these people are not doing their jobs.
Yeah.
And some restaurant owners in U.S. cities hosting the FIFA World Cup are adding mandatory tips to bills for foreign World Cup visitors because they just, tipping's not a thing in their country. So in order to make sure that their servers and bartenders are getting paid, they're adding on mandatory tips.
I'm hearing they love Buc-ee's.
Really?
Yeah.
They're going nuts for it. Absolutely nuts.
I mean, I understand that. I want to go there very badly. It seems really fun.
Well, it's funny. I think it was Andrew. Were you in the room, or Dave? Were you guys in here when I was playing the French guy talking about Buc-ee's?
No, not me.
Yeah, and he was like, I wanted to hate it. I wanted to be the snobby Frenchman judging Americans. He goes, but I love it. and I wish I could live there. And he's like, it's the greatest thing ever. He's like, the bathrooms are cleaner than my bathroom at home. He's going through all the great things about it. And then there was a joke online, like in one place where there is a Buc-ee's near where they're playing a match, like the match is going to be empty because they're all just going to stay at Buc-ee's for the day.
Wow. So how much better is Buc-ee's than Wally's?
Not better. They're the same.
They
Really?
are. I would put them at the same level.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
good to know.
Mhm.
So I should just be grateful that I have a
Yeah.
Wally's within 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Mitch McConnell is in the hospital. Did you guys see this?
I think it'd be more of a headline if he wasn't.
I was thinking the same thing.
So they're not disclosing why he's in the hospital. He was admitted, I believe, yesterday morning. His staff is saying he is fully involved with everything going on
I'm sure.
in the Senate. But this is something to keep an eye on.
We got to stop this stuff.
Yeah, we do.
We got to stop this
We
stuff.
do.
I mean, who's the guy that hasn't voted in months? Keene in New Jersey. The guy hasn't attended a vote in 3 months. They won't tell anybody what's going on. It's just a personal. Right. It's like they say a private medical issue. You're in Senate.
Yes.
You're in Congress. It ain't private. You represent all those people that voted for you and the people that didn't vote for
Well,
you.
it also goes to show you, kind of like we're laughing about people missing work for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, how much do we need you at all if you can just be gone for 6 months?
And you don't vote on anything.
Well, and everyone was so upset with Jill Biden when we started to really see the signs with President Biden there towards the end. What's going on with Mitch McConnell's family? Why are they allowed? There are so many videos of this man really struggling while he is at work to complete a sentence, to walk. It's very sad, and I think he should focus on his health.
And there's always selective outrage, right? When it's Dianne Feinstein, the Democrats are defending her. She's fine. She's still doing everything. And the Republicans are killing her. And now when it's McConnell, it's just a flip.
Yeah.
Or it's Kane and it's just a flip. Like, okay, it's just not okay.
Yeah.
If you can't do the job, you need to leave office.
Let's do one more quick story. Yum Brands is dumping one of its big 3 chains.
Oh.
Pizza Hut is being sold to Long Range Capital for $2.7 billion. So I don't know how many KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut combos there are left in this world, but
Man.
they're about to go away.
I hope they don't ruin it.
That's heaven. That's heaven.
I haven't seen one of those in a very long time, but those were something else.
They really were, man.
They
I'm
really
glad we
were.
got to live in the times that we lived,
Personal pan pizza and 2 breadsticks, and then you can get a soft taco.
And a couple tacos, yeah. Let's go. You can get chicken fingers, couple tacos, and a pizza. Let's go.
That's Andrew's version of going to a Las Vegas brothel.
That's a party right there.
I think that's taking place right now, in fact.
Yeah, by the looks of them.
I'm getting lightheaded just thinking about it.
Thank you, Dave.
All righty.
Say, guys, about my friends Mark and Neil Gelman of the Gelman team of eXp Realty. And, we know what this is. It's an ad for realtors. Let me sell you on them. I have used them to buy and sell real estate. I have been a client, a customer. And maybe I got a little extra, little spice because, the relationship we have. But I didn't feel that. It seemed pretty standard operating procedure. I'm a communications guy, obviously. I get nervous when I don't hear back, whether it's from a friend, like they're mad at me, or if I don't hear back from my realtor, like, oh, the deal's gone south. Constant communication, really smart ideas, things I would not know. A lot of real estate is not intuitive. They really helped me out. They'll help you out. And I've been telling you, like, the national real estate market is pretty soft. Here in St. Louis, it's kind of, fair to partly cloudy, which means you're going to need a really good realtor to get a really good deal. Whether you're buying or selling, or in St. Louis, it's typically what we do. We sell our house, buy someone else's house. If you want to find out what they think your house is worth right now, you can do that without talking to anybody. Go to the front page of thegelmanteam.com, put in your address. We'll let you know. If you're wanting to talk, 314-336-1991.
Certain restrictions apply.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, downtown, we have a little bit more of a backup now on eastbound 70. This traffic reports a service of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. It's jammed as you approach the Salisbury exit. Once you get across the river, if you're going across the Musial Veterans Bridge, eastbound 5570 is slow from the 64 split there most of the way into 111, and eastbound 64 jams approaching 255, of course, over to 157. Westbound Highway 70, a little slow stuff around Lindbergh to Rock Road at the Blanchette Bridge, west of 94 through Zumbel, and then Lake St. Louis out through 61, the busiest parts. Eastbound 70 east of the Blanchette into 270's heavy. Southbound 270 bogs down at 364 down through Doherty Ferry, a little slow past 44. South 170 delays begin at Olive. Westbound 64, Kings Highway headed out through Bellevue's heavy. Lindbergh to 270. They cleared that crash near Maryville Center, so once you get to 270, you're good until you approach Clarkson. It's slow down the hill into the valley, and again, 364 out to Highway 70. And the southbound 55 looks good, just a little slowdown at Highway Z. Call Overhead Door Company of St. Louis for their 26-point tune-up. It's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. Always look for the genuine, the original red ribbon of Overhead Door Company of St. Louis. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Get ready for a night back with legendary hits and non-stop energy. Brian Adams is bringing the Roll with a Bunches tour to Enterprise Center Friday, July 24th.
Hello, this is Brian Adams.
Sing along to the classics as Brian Adams delivers an unforgettable night of rock anthems. Plus, special guests Pat Benatar and Neil Girardo. Brian Adams, July 24th. For more info, KMOX.com/events.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's time to slide into a deal with Seidenstrucker Nobe Partners. Right now, catch 0% financing for 84 months on a John Deere 1025R compact tractor package for as low as $269 a month. This one machine is built to do it all. Mow, move, dig, and clear with ease. Don't wait. This offer ends June 30th. Slide into a deal today at Seidenstrucker Nobe Partners, snpartners.com.
Offer valid through 6/30/2026. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
America is turning 250 this year, and Circa Sports is celebrating by offering all users in Missouri $250. For everyone in Missouri, all you have to do is deposit $250 on your Circa Sports app, then play through that deposit. Once you do, Circa Sports will reward you with $250 right in your account. This is available for everyone in Missouri, new and existing users. Celebrate 250 years and find out more at circasports.com today. Must be 21 or older and in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Broadcasting from the Scott Credit Union Studio, 104.1 FM, KMOX.
We have controversy on the stream.
Uh-oh.
Sharon McDonald has joined the conversation. I already like Sharon. She says Wally's is not the same as Buc-ee's. You take that back. Wally's is Buc-ee's ugly sister. Blasphemy. Oh. I had heard it's like twice the size as Wally's, but I've never been to one.
No, not in my experience. They're basically the same. I mean, they have different things. Like Buc-ee's has what are they? I forget what they're called. The little popcorn, puffed corn treats, like popcorn. Nuggets. No, they're called nuggets. But they're Buc-ee's nuggets or something. Those are actually pretty excellent. They don't have those at Wally's.
You're losing credibility right now.
I'm just telling you, they do, and they were good. They have those, but otherwise it's a big-ass place with lots of good drinks, some snacks and food, and clean bathrooms.
They take corn, but rather than
I will say Buc-ee's has a bigger store of, like, clothes and stuff like that.
They take milk and they freeze it. They put it in a cup. I think I'm going to go with Sharon on this one.
Go for it.
What Buc-ee's have you been to?
I forget. It was on
I see.
It was, where were we? We were visiting. It was maybe on our drive to Alabama once.
Uh-oh. Jacob says Wally's is better than Buc-ee's.
Oh, no.
Damn.
Now I need that to be true.
there, too.
I need it to be true, too, because we don't have a Buc-ee's around these parts.
I can't go to a Buc-ee's, so I need it to be true that Wally's is better.
Yeah, it's not. Wally's is not better, but they're about the same.
Wally's is pretty good.
It is. It's great. They're
It's
both
very
great.
good.
Do they have that popped corn?
I don't. It's the damnedest thing. They take the little pieces. They explode them somehow.
Put them in a bag?
It tastes even better.
Yeah, that's not what the Buc-ee's one is, though. That's more of like.
Is it like a corn nut?
Yeah,
no.
Is it more like a pork rind, like a puff?
It's more like the Cheeto, like the puffy Cheeto, but it's like some of them are like savory, some of them are like sweet.
I do know I don't know what like the technical term for them is, but I know
If
what
you've
you're
ever
talking
seen
about.
like those Chester's Puffs in the store or whatever, it's like those. That's the texture of it, but then they have different flavors and coatings.
My
and such.
grandpa died from a corn nut.
What?
Oh, that's terrible.
Completely made that.
What? I was like, aren't they too small?
What do you think? One fell in his head?
Well, just like, I think they're too small to choke on, too. They're
Those
like,
will bust your teeth.
well, they will do that. Yeah.
We just call them mummy teeth. Because they can smell.
They're yellow.
They're yellow. We're very creative in South
That's pretty
Roxana. Tell you guys about my buddy Mike at Michael's Baths. Boy, this one sells itself. We're stealing his money because all I have to do is tell you the facts, and if you're smart, you're going to go, oh, that sounds better. They compete against Bath Fitter and 3-Day Kitchen and Bath every day. It's all local. The other guys are regional and national. If that matters to you, all the dollars stay local. Mike's a great guy. He's been doing construction for 30 years, exclusively bathrooms for the past 10 years. He, trains everyone on all the working crews. All of their products are made in the USA. They have a new one that looks and feels like stone, but it doesn't have the upkeep. Right now, he's offering a free rain shower head, or you can upgrade safety features like grab bars or built-in seats. I think we're better than the aforementioned national companies. We're definitely less expensive, 30 to 50% less than the other guys for the same or a better bathroom remodel. 636-775-0800, michaelsbaths.com.
Mizzou football is almost here. Get ready for the season opening kickoff and Como game on Thursday, September 3rd, with 4 tickets for only $80. Be there to see the finished Memorial Stadium Centennial Project, a deal for the entire family to enjoy the home opener. Let's keep the sellout streak alive and bring the energy as we kick off the 100th anniversary of Memorial Stadium. Purchase your 4 tickets for $80 at mutigers.com/kickoff in Como. MIZ.
All right, guys, a lot of fun stuff going on with FanDuel right now. Of course, it's the biggest, I was going to say the biggest time of year, but really is the biggest time of year in the biggest year in the soccer world. And they're doing a really good job of giving you the opportunity to have some fun while this big tournament's going on here in the U.S. So on this big stage, FanDuel's working to change the game. And, of course, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of KMOX. And, look, sometimes you just got to push it a little bit. Sometimes your player gets subbed off if you're, working on individual things, for example, whether it's a same game parlay, individual, props. But with those players being subbed out, you don't have to lose anymore, not with FanDuel Super Sub. If your player's subbed out, your bet stays in, because if that player leaves, your player leaves, your bet continues on with the player replacing them. So the substitute is now your player. So you're still in it till the final whistle, no matter what. You don't have to worry about sub out, whether it's an injury or just a strategic move or fatigue or whatever. You don't have to worry about it anymore. So you just go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get started and let there be goals this summer on FanDuel. Remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's 3:58. This time check is brought to you by Paramount Men's Medical Center.
I've been burned before. I was just repeating the same patterns. It turns out I had a type.
Workplaces everywhere are looking for love. And by love, we mean the easy way to order food at work. Easy Cater.
I thought ordering from great restaurants at work had to be complicated, but then I met Easy Cater. So many options, so flexible, and when I ordered for 50 gluten-free vegans without going over budget, I knew I'd found the platform I wanted to do life and lunch with.
Fall in love with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, downtown's about the same if you're coming in on eastbound 70. You're backing up right around Salisbury, just past the exit into Tucker, or getting onto the Musial Veterans Bridge. The choice is yours. If you do get on the bridge and head into Illinois, eastbound 5570 is slow passing 203 briefly. 64 eastbound's a little slow crossing over onto 5570 eastbound, and then you have that typical backup east of 111 to 157. Westbound Highway 70, there's some slow stuff out in front of the airport, west of 94 to Cave Springs, and then A to Z in Wentzville. Eastbound 70 east of the Blanchette Bridge into 270 is kind of busy. Southbound 170, that's jammed the whole way down from Olive to 64. North 170 is just kind of slow, Scudder to Airport Road. Southbound 270, you've got delays from 364 to Doherty Ferry, 44 down to Gravois. North 270 north of Manchester up to Ladue is busy. Westbound 64, you're backing up Kings Highway to McCausland, it's slow. West of Spadey to Ballas, it's backed up from Clarkson to Topgolf. Doesn't look bad through 94 and K, and then delays again from 364 out to Highway 70. Eastbound 64 east of Mason to 270 and a little heavy at the Interbelt. Westbound 44, those right lanes west of Geyer out to 270 are slow, and southbound 55 looks good. Just a very brief delay through Highway Z. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 4 o'clock, we've got sunshine right now downtown at the Arch, 78 degrees. One of St. Louis's biggest companies is heading to Texas. Olin Corporation, the Clayton-based chemical and ammunition maker, is merging with rival Huntsman in an all-stock deal worth more than $12 billion. The combined company, to be called Olin Huntsman, will be based near Houston. Olin has about 800 local employees. Its Winchester ammunition plant in East Dalton is not going anywhere. The deal should close in the first half of 2027. Our top national story from ABC News. A foiled plot to attack the UFC matches over the weekend on the White House lawn. ABC News contributor and former FBI profiler Brad Garrett says it's unclear where the suspects were in the planning stages.
Of all the people he was talking to apparently online, how many were actually in Washington? Did they ever find any drones? Were they ever built? So, it's hard to assess. Clearly, these people need to be charged based on the facts as we know them. However, how far along was this?
World Cup venues are utilizing AI and drones to increase security.
They're using AI technology across the board, whether it's in the drones or in cameras that are stationed at, all the stadiums. This AI technology is assisting in identifying the threats that sometimes even the human eye can't make out because of the amount of people.
Rich Frankel, former special agent in charge of the FBI in New York, tells KMOX some law enforcement drones are utilizing AI as well. If a potential threat is caught by that system, he says it'll be sent to an agent who will decipher whether the threat is credible or not before alerting officers on site.